Previously on Twin Portals.
At long last, the silver waves of justice have reassembled the legendary Stone of Galore. An ancient entity residing in the stone showed them a vision of Waterdeep 500 years in the past. Within that vision was included the location of a dwarven vault wherein Daggalt Neverember hid the stolen riches of the city of Waterdeep. Having gained the information they sought, our heroes awakened breathless from their vision, still safely in the home of their Harper benefactor, Ramalia Haventree. With promises and rivalries pulling them in countless directions, SWOJ prepares to enter the vault to determine the fate of the horde of golden dragons once and for all.
Well, everyone, it's D&D time.
Yay!
Yeah. Where we left off, the four of you had just awoken breathless upon the floor of Ramalia Haventree's little guarded-up, shuttered manor. You notice that it's dark again, the windows are closed, and you're all resting on little pillows with little glasses of water near you.
That's so thoughtful.
You're all sweaty and tired. There's some light streaming in through the windows, and you can see the Stone of Galore near you all, with all three of its opaque, swirling red eyes open, staring at the ceiling.
Ramalia and the guards are no longer here?
Ramalia and the guards are nearby. They don't seem to be aware of you. They're tending to their own business right now. But you all kind of flutter awake at the same time and take this in. How do you react?
Do we feel rested?
Physically, yes. Mentally, no.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Do we have any of the marks of what we just went through physically? Like, are we injured?
No, mechanically speaking, health-wise, you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something you possibly could have told us off air.
You know, I almost
Instead
asked,
of
and then I was
taking
like, there's
your
no way
time.
that
There we go.
happened.
Everyone's erasing.
We've been talking for, no kidding, 25 minutes pre-show.
I should have asked.
I guess I just assumed you guys would know that something happening in your brains wouldn't, but...
Well, we don't know
I need
if
to
it
be more
happened
I'll
in
explicit.
tell
our
you what, man,
brains or...
psychic damage is real.
You know what?
That's true,
It
that's
was
true.
just happening in my brains. I should have been like, moonfire, 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 moonfire. Like, unlimited.
Right.
Why do
Wait a
mechanics
minute.
still apply in
Matrix
my
all
brain?
along.
Does that mean I only imagined all those crits?
You could have done Kung Fu, man.
You know what? Yeah, that's
In your
what I
dreams,
I-
you do
I
45 points of damage, Scoot.
I hate that that's true.
Oh no, moonfire is a WoW thing. I have moonbeam.
One and the same.
It's fine. We'll cut all this.
Yeah. So you're all like checking yourselves out. The guards, there's two guards in gray armor and long cloaks talking with Ramalia in hushed tones. And they turn towards you and see that you're awake. And Ramalia approaches you all and says, goodness, are you all right? You've been asleep for half a day.
Half a day.
Feels like less than that.
I'm going to kind of groggily sit up and sip that glass of water. Like, pour it on my hands and splash it on my face.
Yeah, I was just going to just take my glass and just dump it on me.
Do you get any on the Stone of Galore or near it?
I guess I didn't notice it there.
So, roll
Oh my
acrobatics.
God, Scoot. Next, you're going to feed it after midnight.
You said acrobatics?
Yeah.
15.
Okay. I just rolled my d20. It was another net 20.
Put that die down.
I don't know why I rolled
It
it.
protected
The stone's
itself.
just sitting there. You managed to keep water from getting on the Stone of Galore. That's in between the four of
I was
you.
waiting for roll for initiative.
No.
There's an aboleth in the room.
Water
In
gets
Ramalia's
real
house.
close, and you feel this kind of like humming sensation coming from the stone. It's still very much powerful there in between you all.
I'm going to scramble over and grab the pillow I was lying on and, like, scoop the thing so it's at least off the floor
Yeah, okay.
in the pillow.
And that being over now, I'm just sort of wiping the water off of me.
Feels great.
I didn't really realize anything was going on.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing all of the glasses of water, and I can't find any other place to put them, so I'm trying to drink them all really fast.
You are in the kitchen right now. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then I'm pouring them all out.
Hey,
Okay.
Ramalia, do you have that protective case that this thing was in so we don't do this again, perhaps?
It's
She
very
says-
important we don't get it wet.
It really no.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I do. It's right over here.
It must not get wet at all.
And we
She brings
cannot
it out.
feed it after midnight.
Turns out
No.
this is actually an aboleth. Did you know?
She said we had an inkling just based on the appearance. It was or it is.
Can confirm.
Can't confirm
is.
is aboleth.
It is an aboleth.
Abolithy.
So she brings the case?
Yes, she does.
Yeah, I'm going to transfer it without touching it, if possible, back into the case and seal it shut. And then take
Amalia,
the case.
Is she a harper?
She's the leader of the Harpers.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Romalia, do you have any ancient or older maps of Waterdeep that we could look at? Maybe some that are, say, I don't know, 500 years old?
Jesus, I'm sure we could find some in our vaults, in our libraries.
Oh, that sounds far away.
Maybe up by the castle. Why? What do you need?
We are looking for some Malarcan dwarven ruins that are underneath a structure in the city that 500 years ago would have been run by a theater run by one of the Never Embers.
She narrows her eyes and says, what was the name of the Never Ember?
Solos? Oh no, I can't read it. Zydo? Zadio?
Oh, Zadio.
Zadio.
Yeah, Zadio. It was Zadio Neverember.
She says, you mean like Zadio City Music Hall just down the street?
Yes. Yes, that one.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the place.
Do they have, is that the place where the Zockettes perform?
Yes!
Oh, I've heard about them. Scott's shaking his head. God damn it.
She says, I've never been to a show, but I hear there's something to see.
Can you get us tickets? Backstage passes,
Well, it's
perhaps?
a fantasy Saturday, so there's probably a matinee. She says, it's not quite noon yet.
Scoot, you want to go see a performance at the Zadio City Music Hall?
Oh, God. Is this one of the talking ones or one of the dancing ones?
It'll be dancing and singing.
Maybe.
Okay.
Is it
They
well
start
reviewed?
warming up,
She
so
says,
she can-
is that where the vault is? What happened? What did you learn while you were
That's what we
unconscious?
think. That's what we think that's where the vault is. That's why we need backstage passes.
She says, I don't know if I can do that, but I can at least lead you there and maybe talk to the staff.
Shall we?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do we need to bring anything? A big bag. We need to bring a big bag for all of the dragons.
Scoot's got a bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Do
there
we
you go.
bring the stone with us?
Yes, we have
Yes.
to because it'll open the doors.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah.
She says, something you should know. Since the news broke yesterday that you're back in business, the City Watch have been searching for you. There are wanted posters around town for assault and burglary. I assume related to what you did at the Castellanter Villa. You'll have to be careful wherever you go.
Oh, let's return the silver bars. Then it'll just be assault.
Really? We
I think
just
they also
punched a
mentioned
demon.
disturbing the peace and ensorceling a citizen.
How come they did they mention the fact that there's a big cult temple underneath their house?
She narrows her eyes and says, there was no such mention.
Yeah,
I should go check it out.
they're like I don't know if they're the ringleaders of this cult of Asmodeus, but they're definitely involved.
She says, well, what do we do about that?
Well, I want to know how come we're the bad guys in this situation.
She says, I assume money has a big influence in this city.
It's
Not the
usually how it
Harpers.
goes.
Can you send a message to Lyrian about the cults underneath the Castellanter Villa?
Laryl, you mean?
Oh, Lyrian.
Silverhand?
Yes, Laryl. I did mean Laryl. I've got Lyrian on the brain because I miss her.
She
That
says,
says unicorn.
I can, although she's been hard to get a hold of lately. I think her hands are full right now. But yes, I'll send a message to the council.
Or is there something the Harpers can do about it?
We could try to gather some evidence. I assume they have their villa under lock and key right now, so it might be tough. But
Get some dwarves to tunnel over.
underground.
Am I? Is that? Yes.
Yes, underground.
She says we do have some dwarves. Yes.
I don't think did we collect any evidence there? I don't think we did.
Is there
No.
anything you can do with like an object? Do objects have memories? Is there a magic spell about that?
She says that would be convenient, wouldn't it? Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. What the hell, D&D? Are you listening, Wizards of the Coast? We need a spell.
Is there a way, Ramali, to get from here to the basement of Zadio City Music Hall without being seen?
And at that, you hear a voice in your head that goes, "Hey guys,
Terry, is that you?
coming in hot. Are you guys awake?
We are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank God, I've been calling you all morning. What's going on?
Oh, I'm
We
sorry
were
I missed
out.
your
We were in
call.
recovery.
Covering?
night.
Were you drunk?
No, we had to go beat up an octopus.
Oh, typical Friday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm outside, guys. I've got a surprise for you.
Oh, we love surprises.
Is there anyone? Is the watch out there? Because we're in trouble.
I don't see anybody on the street.
Okay, we'll be right out.
Okay.
Over and out. I say in my head to Terry.
Yeah, really.
You all
like,
just get really still for like 30 seconds. Molly's looking around like, what?
we don't hear each other. We only hear Terry. So we're all like, yeah, we're
She says, you all are on kind of a different wavelength, aren't you?
That's an accurate way to sum it up.
Different wave length.
So you're headed silver wavelength. Should I come with you to the music hall? Do you want support?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I will. Brix and Brax will come too, if that's all right. I trust them. She indicates the two guards behind her.
If you trust them, I do too.
We're so trusting. It's
my life.
always worked out for us in the past.
Especially Romalia.
Have we forgotten that their eyes went all red?
I think that may have been an effect of the stone.
So we think they're not actually ensorcelled, despite having the red eyes right before we all blacked out.
Are you whispering this to me? I'm not sure. That's a good thought, Ilka.
Lark.
Ensorcelled by the aboleth?
Yeah, because they had those red opaque eyes.
Is Romalia just listening to us all chat about
Smack
this?
him across the face.
Yeah.
Zay says really loudly.
Are you going to do it?
I don't think I'm tall enough.
You can jump.
Yeah, but I'll pick, like, I'm going to walk up to Brax, right? That's one of them.
Uh-huh.
Says, very nice to meet you. Before you come with us, there's just one thing we have to do.
Okay.
He says okay.
No, he doesn't say anything. He's just looking at you, confused. He's an elf.
Okay.
Very swarthy looking.
A swarthy elf.
Yep.
So I'm just going to leap up and, like, smack him across the face.
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
I'm going to holler Brax to try to distract him.
Oh, no. I got a 4.
Roll with advantage. It's a surprise attack.
I did warn him.
That's true.
So 17.
He's like, what? And then whoosh, smack him across the face.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes like flicker for a moment, and he suddenly comes back to reality a little bit, and he says, "Wait a minute, what's going on? Who Zay? What's going on? Where am I? Brix, what's?" And Brix turns and goes to like strangle him, just like turns and starts throttling him. He's like, "Brix, no!"
I'm going to kick Brix in the fork.
What do you all do when you see this?
I'm going
scuffle go down?
Wind back and punch Romalia in the head.
You still have the stone in the case?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Oh, I'm going to hold it in both my hands and high kick her right in the head.
Okay. You kind of had the initiative here, so you can do that first if you want. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
It's in the crack. Roll it again.
Well, it's 17 plus
Sure.
some stuff.
Yep. And she succeeds on her wisdom save. So, Romalia staggers backwards and holds her head in her hands and looks at you and says, "Thank you. I don't know how long I feel like I've been asleep. Are you all right?"
I'm fine, but we've still got one person strangling.
Oh yeah, there's like a
over
scuffle
there.
going on back there. So
Scoots start getting up off the ground.
just casually,
I've just been laying there enjoying the cool water for a little while.
a
But
bit
yeah,
of a scuffle, nothing new.
I'll get up and smack whoever's choking the other person.
So you and Zay, as you're winding up for your second hit, Zay, Brix is being choked. The two of you attack Brax.
Other way.
Yeah.
Other way around?
Which
Okay.
whoever's
Brax
whoever-
was woken up.
Thank you. So you're attacking Brix.
I'm
Make
gonna
your
try-
rolls.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. 8, which is with I don't know. So 14.
That'll hit.
Okay. This is probably this unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've 4 plus some strength, so 7.
Wow.
I got a +3.
That's a strong punch.
It was an open hand too.
Yeah. And you send Brax?
Bricks now, I think.
Brix is the one that was choking.
Choking. Yes.
Yes.
You send Brix staggering back into the wall, holding his head, just like rubbing his jaw from that really powerful smack.
I flex my shoulders a little bit. shake it
Yeah,
out.
and the three of them are now looking at you all incredulously and gratefully at the same time, kind of like what in the world? I'm really skeptical about all this. I'm hurting like crazy. I just got smacked, but I feel safe. And Amalia says, "Thank you all. I vaguely remember what just happened over the last 24 hours. Are you all right? Did I do anything to hurt you? Where's the stone?"
My pillow was a little lumpy, but otherwise I think it was good.
You made a few bad investments.
Yeah.
We have the stone. It sent us on some sort of a journey to tell us where the hoard is. And along the process, 2 of us got ensorcelled, and we learned that a strong impact to the skull can shake loose that mind control, which is why we all just whacked you in the head.
She said, "Well, I think being around that stone for too long kind of leaves you susceptible to it. So if we're all going to be traveling together around the stone, maybe a good smack to the head would be
The occasional
standard
smack to
operating
the head.
procedure. Moving forward,
Just stop every once in a while.
I think we
Punch
were all
each
under
other
its
in the
influence
face.
for at least a week or 2 there, if not longer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Good call, Ilka.
It didn't have us do anything out of the ordinary, though. We mostly just were able to go about our daily lives collecting information. I think it was using us more as eyes.
That's what they do.
For eyes for itself?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I know.
But the stone already knows where the vault is. Why does it need to collect just about information about who else might know?
Well, it now knows what the Harpers are up to and what's going on around the city, so...
Yeah, but what's it going to do? It's in this case.
She's like, good point. Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Nice.
Do we have anything we could use that would be waterproof? Because like a pillowcase.
Well, the case is waterproof, I thought.
Oh, but we don't know where the case is.
No, it's
No,
in the
she
case.
brought it back to us.
Ramali brought it to us, and Ilka put the stone in it.
So Ilka's carrying it.
Yeah. It's a
In the
glass
protective case.
Protective case.
Yep, my brain just skipped right over that part. In my brain, it was still sitting on a pillow.
Oh, no. It is safely protected, and Terry's waiting outside.
Excellent. Let's go.
All right.
Are Bricks and Brack coming?
Yeah,
right
so,
now?
so they get in line and file up behind you as you leave the kitchen and head towards the main sort of foyer of the room, where there's a figure standing in front of the door inside the building, kind of blocking you from leaving. What do you look like, Mr. E?
Hey guys.
What?
Hi, I'm back.
Mr. E.
Mr. E, you were supposed to meet us at the short rest.
You weren't there.
How long
Here
will
you
she
are.
wait?
Well argued.
I had a couple of ales. I've been gone for a while, but I came back and I found you here.
Zay runs up and hugs him around the waist.
Watch out for my belt buckle.
What does your belt buckle look like?
It's like a gym-ridden, shiny belt buckle. I don't have pants on, but I have a belt buckle. It's like it's 2 dragons eating each other's tails, and it's just got jewels all over it. It's very shiny.
All the money you've made these past 3 levels has gone into that belt buckle. I love it.
Yeah,
She
we'll
hugs him
talk
from
about
the
that.
side around the waist.
Yeah, you weren't in danger of hitting it. I just wanted you to make sure.
Well, you also noted you weren't wearing pants, so I feel like that would.
Well, I have like a
change
robe.
your
I'm a
trajectory.
yeah, I have like a monk's robe.
Oh, okay.
on.
Not just like skivvies.
The point I was making is it's
It's
mostly for looks.
I'm not holding anything up.
Yeah,
A monk with significant bling.
yeah.
It's like a championship belt.
When Ramalia, Bricks, and Brack see Zay hug you, they immediately relax. They're all getting ready to like engage this intruder, but they stand down and just observe.
Yeah, you need to work on security.
She said we were a bit occupied.
Yeah.
Defensively, she says.
But yeah, I brought this book back. It's over there on the table.
What is it?
It's the Book of Shadows. It's got some pretty nasty stuff in there. I don't need it anymore.
Wait, what did you need it for in the first place?
Well, that's why I wanted to go with you to the house. I needed to get that book. I got a tip that it was there, and I needed it to help me find somebody.
Oh.
And you found them?
I did. My master, my sensei, who had gone missing, and I needed to find him.
You could have just asked. We would have given you the book.
I didn't trust you.
Oh. But now you trust us?
Kind of.
Because you've seen how inept we are?
Y'all are still alive.
A lot of things accomplished.
Speaking of not trusting, can I do an insight on the talk about finding his master? What he said he was using the book for?
Roll insight, sure.
13.
roll deception, Mr. E.
Let's roll your 20.
Or persuasion, up to you. You don't have to say which one you're doing.
But also, I'm not being deceptive. I got a 5, so you can tell.
He's like an open book. Yeah.
No, I needed it to find my sensei. He'd gone missing. And I had gotten a tip that this book that they had at that house was going to get me there.
Is he safe now?
No, he's dead.
I thought that might be the case when you mentioned what was inside the book. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Mr. Ziyagi. He was everything to me, and when he went missing, I was, I didn't have a direction in the world, so I had to find him. And through mischievous channels, I found out that book could help, and it did. But I don't really recommend the reading of it. It's gross. And I had to get to like the last chapter to get I found him, and he was dead, but he left me
A belt buckle.
No, I purchased this with some money I stole.
Do we know anyone that could use a Book of Shadows as long as we keep it out of the Gralhoun's hands?
Probably know a lot of people.
Ilka?
Yeah.
People don't usually use them for good.
Right.
I mean, we can wrap it up and stuff it in Scoot's bag of holding. It is useful to make sure it doesn't go to the bad people.
Yeah, all right.
We could give it to Nancy, but he probably wrote it.
All right. You want to take that, Scoot?
Sure. I run back to the kitchen, grab some butcher's paper, wrap it up, and shove it in, and take some bread off the counter, and I'm munching on the way back out.
Nice. The bread's delicious.
Cool.
Yeah. Is it in your pocket or like the bag of holding?
What?
Just check it in. The bread.
The bread's in my mouth. The book is in the bag of holding already.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I envision the bread just being held in my mouth while I'm walking back into the room trying to shove it, so everyone could see it go into this.
Makes sense. And for the record, you were starving. Like all of you haven't eaten in like half a day at least. So that bread really hits the spot.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that bread?
I can't remember.
Molly, do you have any food here?
I tear off half and I throw it at you.
Indicates
Catch it
the
with
kitchen
my
again.
teeth.
She's like, yeah.
Right out of the
Do you
air.
want to sit down and get reacquainted again, or should we get going? We can grab some road snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can
Let's
just hit
do
a
road snacks.
drive-through on the way out. Let's go.
All right. And they take the rest of the butcher paper and wrap up some nice sandwiches and a little bit of some crackers they made the other day. While in Sorcel, they're like little squid-shaped crackers.
Like Aboleth was
Will you
learning recipes.
Yeah.
Cut the crust off mine, Romalia. Thanks.
I'm not hungry. I ate before I came.
Just like I'm glad someone did.
But thanks for asking, right?
All right. Romalia cuts the crust off of your bread.
Oh, nice. Oh, she cut it the length way. I like it cut corner to corner. It's fine. I'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, I creep over to the door. I'm peering around it. Is there anyone in the street?
Nobody that you can see.
Do I see Terry in his cart?
Roll perception.
17. I just had these papers.
17, you do not see him.
Terry!
What?
Terry, are you there?
You better believe it.
Where are you? Are you invisible?
No, you just have to look harder.
Did we all hear that, or is that just
Or is
Ilka?
that just
You
Ilka?
all hear it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Zay
gonna
steps out and gets a 24. 23.
Okay. He's like, "Hey, Zay, behind you."
Huh?
And as you
I whirl around.
as you whirl around next to you, Zay, you suddenly like you look a little bit cockeyed down the road, and you realize that there's a whole freaking cart with Terry in front of it right next to you that was like magically hidden. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? It's me, Terry. Guess what? I've been studying some magic."
Oh my gosh,
Uh-oh.
Terry.
Yeah, the druids at the Emerald Enclave taught me a little bit of a pass without trace spell.
Druids are the best.
Whoa.
We have
I
a
didn't see you at all.
Stealthy telepathic horse.
That's right. Play it cool, guys. Play it cool.
Okay.
Is there room enough in the cart for 8 people?
It would be really crowded, but yes.
Okay.
Do we need Romalia's guards?
Yeah, we want to bring them. I can ride on the roof.
I think
I can ride on Terry if he'll let me.
I think
let
they
you.
should
We can hug
ride
for a while.
outside the cart if we're the ones being looked for.
Fair point.
That's
That's a
smart.
good point, Scoot.
Okay.
That's my one for this episode.
All right. I'm going to dart from the door into the cart.
I'm going to also do a cart dart.
All right. Cart darting. Scoot and say and E.
I'm gonna casually walk out to the cart.
Yeah. You like wave to somebody.
Yeah, and I say, I guess I'm gonna come with you.
Mr. E, we're being stealthy. We are
Whoever.
wanted.
I'm gonna come with you, old people.
Ramalia addresses SWOJ as you're getting in and is like, why is he coming with us? Do you trust him?
No, not really.
No,
But he has
probably not.
he has a really powerful lock attack that's pretty great.
Is he sitting in the cart with us?
I guess that might be useful in a vault. He's casually walking over to you.
That's true. We didn't even find out like how he found us or why he's here, or he doesn't even know where we're going.
Well, he had a book of shadows that allowed him to find his sensei, so I think finding us is probably like an early chapter in that book, like one of the basics.
Okay,
Chapter
as
2,
soon
SWOJ.
as Mr. E pokes his head in the cart, I'm going to whack him in the head
Okay.
to
Make an
see if
attack
he's
roll.
ensorcelled. Yeah.
That'll do it.
18.
That beats your armor class. E.
Ow.
2 damage.
Does anything change?
I don't know. E, does anything change?
No, now I'm a little pissed off.
We it's a check. It's fail safe. Make sure you're not possessed in the head.
Everyone else is like
I'm gonna
nodding
smack her
knowingly.
back. That's well over a 16.
Yep.
Well, as a monk, that's actually you want to like roll full damage or just like
No,
just
it was
small
like
smack?
a flick to the head.
Okay, so like 1 damage or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds good.
An unarmed attack from a monk is like a broadsword.
Yeah.
Right.
So both your heads are ringing, but otherwise, like nobody seems surprised by
Milk is
this.
safe too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mr. E.
Yeah.
Should I smack everyone?
No,
No,
I'm good.
No, I'm good.
We tested almost everyone inside.
Yeah. Terry's like, I'm good, guys, too. Don't worry.
Oh no, does someone have to go punch a horse?
No, I just got here.
Suddenly able to
He
use
hasn't
magic.
he hasn't been
Hey.
around the stone though.
He's like, yeah, you're right, Scoot. I probably should have mentioned that I was practicing earlier. To be fair, you guys weren't around much.
That's true. Sorry, Terry. We really haven't taken an interest in your activities and what's going on in
It's
your
all right,
life
man. I got your
lately.
back anyways.
I thought about you all the time when I was stuck in the deep wilds, Terry.
Aw. Me too. About you.
Aw,
In
thanks.
the other direction. Maybe our thoughts reached each other.
Aw.
Like they do now.
Okay, we're gonna go. Hey, Terry, do you know how to get to Zadio City Music Hall?
Sure do. It's right on Copper Street and Del Zoran Way.
Great. That's where we're going, but we have to do it stealthy, so use your pass without trace.
He's like, I'm already on it, man.
Nice.
And like a wind down the street, you all move. Whoosh. Once you get to the high road, it's about noonish on a Saturday. So there's a lot of traffic. Terry expertly weaves through it as people kind of are left wondering why this like big whooshing thing is passing through their midst but not hitting them. There's some confused looks in the passersby on the road.
So perhaps more attention rather than less.
It seems like some people, like maybe like 1 in 20 or so, are like aware that there's somebody passing by and they're like pointing, and everyone else is like, "What? I didn't see it. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, 5%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, about D&D odds.
I'm going to take this time to explain to Mr. E a little bit more about the aboleth and the punching in the head.
Huh.
And that,
And then no water.
yeah. And that when we're descending into wherever we're going, we might run into people who've been equally possessed. And so far, a good clock upside the temple seems to undo that.
It's good to know.
It's a skill that you have.
I'm not as angry anymore.
So eventually you arrive outside Zadio City Music Hall. It's about 1 o'clock on Fantasy Saturday. There's a matinee in a couple of hours, according to the big billboard. The play going on right now is called Saphiria's Booty. There's like a nautical theme to it, like a piratical.
Obviously.
I think I care more now.
It looks very gaudy. I don't think any of you have been. Maybe Lark. or Ilka, I suppose.
Oh, I would.
I
Have gone to the
definitely,
theater.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's like one of the more posh theaters in town for sure.
I guess I would have heard of this one if I had been to it.
Yeah. So E probably never been.
No.
Yeah. Scoot.
Is it a new production, or
Zephyria's Booty is actually a sort of an older one.
then it's possible some of the annoying crewmates I have been singing it?
Yeah. Well, it's not a musical. It's like a sort of a comedy drama kind of thing.
All right.
Treasure Island plus sequins,
Probably
like feathers
not.
and glitter.
Yeah. It's like a case of mistaken identities, that kind of thing. A door play.
Yeah. Scoot.
Um,
Scoot and Scott are both bored.
But the
All the
slamming doors
doors.
are all like hatches on the board.
yeah. It's one of those ones that all the older patrons always come to. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of the safe ones for the season. I see what they're doing.
It's the off season.
They're Oklahoma.
It's only Tarsock. It's Fantasy April. So, yeah, you're all outside. Romalia and Brix and Brax are just following your cues at this point.
Romalia, did you say you knew someone that worked here?
She says, "No, I don't.
I thought you were
Oh,
going to help us
all
get in.
I can go and talk to the people inside if you want.
Oh, okay.
Try and flex my influence a little bit, but I've only ever been a patron," she says.
Okay.
Oh, but the
Can
Harpers
we-
have special recognition at the music hall?
Not here.
Oh.
Can we scout around the outside of the building and see if there's any external doors that
Like a
seem to lead?
pit orchestra door in the
yeah, or
back.
the stage
Yeah.
door in the alley.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like oddly enough there is not an out. There are a couple of windows along the sides, kind of higher up, like in the main atrium area. But there's no like stage door or backstage door. It's just a big, like the main arched double door is wide enough to fit like props and other equipment through, and that seems to be the only way in and out of this theater.
Unusual.
Oddly enough, yeah,
This
it's
does not.
it's an older
this-
theater. Like the rest of the city, kind of like swelled up to it. There's no alley behind it, so
Oh,
there's just other buildings.
okay. Shall we head inside?
I guess so.
Dre-
Do
should
we
we
have a
dress
way to
ourselves as
disguise ourselves? I mean,
ushers?
it's possible that people might not recognize me because of my mustache, but the rest of you, they're going to recognize right away.
What do ushers wear?
They wear sort of a purple and white uniform
Okay,
with gold trim.
I'm gonna try to stealth in and look for like where they keep the usher robes.
Okay. Roll stealth. The doors are open right now. Like it's before a matinee, so there are patrons coming in and out. Like
I guess I don't want to necessarily be unseen so much as unnoticed.
Okay.
Okay. I always forget where it is.
Dex.
Just Dex. Okay. 16.
16. Yeah, like the staff don't seem to notice you as you're kind of moving around. There are a few patrons inside that got there early. Look like wealthy nobles that just needed to like sit down and be early for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What are you looking for? A closet or something?
Yeah, like a closet or something that would keep the usher robes.
There are definitely
in.
some closets behind. There's one behind the main desk and a couple to the sides that lead to like kind of backstagey sort of corridors.
I want to check the one. How many people are at the main desk?
2.
2. I approach and say, "Hello, I'm here to usher."
One of them looks at you and says, "What's your name?"
I'm the first one on the list right there.
She says, "You're Bumbly Copperpot."
That's me. My friends call me Bum.
Oh, well, you know what to do. You said it was your first day.
Yeah, well, my friend signed me up, so but she didn't really tell me what I need to do. But I heard that there's some really great robes,
Robes?
like the uniform for people to wear.
She says,
when
"Oh
they're
no, we got
ushers.
rid of robes a long time ago. It's a bit of a safety risk. People step on them and get messy. It's shirts and pants now, but yeah, it's in the closet back here." And he points to it and says, "You can go in and find something that fits."
Okay, I go into the closet and look
Mhm.
for a robe that fits.
Okay,
I
and
mean,
he's
pants and
talking to
shorts.
the other like clerk.
Okay.
They're like muttering something about you as you go, having a laugh.
I'm gonna try to see as I come out. I'm gonna try to see the other names on the list so that I can communicate them to Terry.
Okay, and you
And-
just kind of peek up there and
Yeah,
looks like they have volunteer ushers here, so there's kind of just like a random assortment of names.
yeah,
But they have uniforms for people, anyways.
yeah.
So yeah, you get several names.
Okay, I keep... Jerry, give everybody these names.
Okay.
Tell them to come get their usher outfits.
You all get the message from Zay.
Okay. I go in, I guess.
In the time she's been in there, I've been trying to convince Mr. E to switch outfits with me so that we'll both be disguised.
Nice.
No.
You can keep the buckle. I don't care.
I still have the lock, too.
That's fine. All right. It's like I take a name.
Okay.
my plan.
As you're going in, the rest of you kind of see outside the theater, there's like a local gazetteer pasted to the wall that says on it, like in big letters, like the morning edition, SWOJ, friend or foe. And then like all these charges listed, assault and burglary and disturbing the peace and ensorceling. Report to the city watch if seen.
I start to laugh and point at it.
There's no picture. It's just the words.
Do I have anything that would be a marker or any sort of writing utensil on me?
Probably.
Okay. I cross out or foe. And then I move on.
Solid.
Put the exclamation mark after friend.
Friend? I can only get so much in 6 seconds, so then I keep going.
All right. Okay, so you all go inside. The guards are narrowing their eyes and looking at you all as you enter. Are you still wearing your SWOJ t-shirt? Luke?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Big fan.
And you just stroll on in and grab your uniforms and get changed?
I kind of walk past those guards and glint my belt buckle at them. I catch the light.
Ooh.
Kind of distract them with it.
Okay. Are you like using it magically?
Yeah,
or, like,
it's very persuasive.
roll persuasion with advantage. Yeah.
Okay. 14.
14. They seem, as soon as the light, like you can follow it along the wall and it crosses over their eyes, and they both blink rapidly for a few seconds and then seem to just kind of relax and sort of just kind of stand and sway gently, like they're all of a sudden very calm and just kind of like happy to have the help and don't seem to be questioning what's going on as much.
Yeah, I kind of wave to him and say, "You're doing a great job."
They're like, "Thanks, man. Thanks. It's a job."
Okay, bye. Keep
I
it
have
up.
been
Yeah.
watching all this, and Mr. E suddenly seems way more useful.
Yeah, this is a new thing. You guys haven't seen him use his belt buckle before, so.
And then I say, "Don't worry about that. Let's go."
Yeah.
I go get into my exciting purple and white outfit.
All right. It's hard to find one that fits Scoot, but otherwise you're all good to go if you get
No,
dressed.
I'm not putting that on.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
I say no. I say I'll just come with you guys.
We'll
Yeah.
usher you.
Yeah,
you're
you'll
the
be
patron.
ushering me. I'm the patron
Okay.
who needs
But-
four
So
people
you
to
all
help
know
me.
like where that trapdoor would be based on when you came in the past. So you
Right.
can kind of like navigate to that if you want to, just using the shape of the building. It's about the same, plus or minus a few rooms.
Yeah.
Zadio said it would have been, or it was in the Diva's room.
Yep.
So there's going to be a big dressing room downstairs. Let's go.
With the diva.
Yeah.
We'll have to distract her.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm following whoever's. So are you leading Ilka?
Would Ilka have played in this hall?
Probably not.
It's that fancy.
It's like a sort of like a unionized, like big deal kind of thing. It's not really for like individual artists.
Yeah, but surely they have pit orchestra.
If she's done that kind of thing before, then maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's not a lot of accordion players around.
Sure.
I feel like she wouldn't necessarily know the stage and underneath it, but she would know the pit.
Okay. Yeah. So you know that the pit, there's like a staircase backstage that goes down to the pit.
Perfect.
Are you in the guild, the union?
Nah, I just gig.
You were a sub here once.
That's right. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. I follow Ilka.
There's not much security. You can kind of go where you want. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, now you tell me. No,
I'm probably more uncomfortable here than I've been in a long time. It's like even the gentle slope of the
Yeah.
rake is just uncomfortable for me, and I'm having a hard time navigating that.
Also, your outfit is super tight.
Yeah, I'm probably working on that on the way down too.
Yeah.
Just like tugging at things.
It's like ripping slightly.
I'm
as
in
you
the
go.
back and I say, "Your butt looks good in those pants."
Why are you in the back?
I don't know. I like to keep watch from the back.
He's
I don't
being
like people
ushered by you
behind
guys.
me.
Yeah.
I probably turned behind. I probably looked back and said that out loud too. Even if they're, why are you behind us? Just still pulling at things, just oblivious to
And
everything that's
then-
going on.
Are the Harpers just coming along with us?
Yeah, they got dressed as well. They're
Okay.
following up.
So we have 7 ushers.
How do they feel about it?
For this one patron.
He's very demanding.
They feel kind of embarrassed by being ensorcelled, so they're kind of just following your lead at this point, all 3 of them. Yeah.
Is the matinee going? Or
No.
Okay. All right.
It starts in about an hour and a half or so.
Okay.
Is house open?
Super pre-show.
House is open,
Okay.
right? So that's why you're being ushered to your seats.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right. Let's make our way backstage.
Yeah, so it's a small house. There's like 10 rows and a smaller balcony up above with like 5 rows. There's a huge chandelier over the middle of it, like Phantom of the Opera style. Then on the stage, there's this sort of like sofa kind of thing and a couple chairs. Otherwise, it's a pretty bare stage otherwise. So you just go up on stage or go back to the backstage area, or what's your...
Yeah, looking for any access to the backstage.
Yep, it would be from the stage or from the pit if you jump down there.
I'd be more inclined to jump down than to be as visible as up on the stage.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Make our way down into the pit.
And you casually do. There's a couple patrons seated. They watch you skeptically, but don't really. They're not. They're
I say
their
I'd
own
like
stuff.
to see down there. I'm very important.
Why, yes, VIP.
This way, sir.
This way.
Thank you.
This way, VIP.
Yep.
Could the 7 of you help me down, please?
Yes, Zay stands next to him like she's about to lift him down.
Some of the seated patrons are like, "We're important too."
We didn't get 7 ushers.
I point to my belt buckle.
And they're dazzled by it. Yeah.
Clearly, he's very important.
Wow! Look at the size of his buckle.
So we're down in the pit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's empty at this point.
Cool. Is there an exit?
Yeah. So there's a staircase up to the backstage.
Great.
Individual dressing rooms and a green room at the end of the hall.
Any of this feeling familiar to the layout from 500 years ago?
Yeah, the hall and the individual dressing rooms are all pretty much where they were in the past. So you would know which door leads to the prima donna's room from 500
Awesome.
years ago.
I'm headed directly to that door.
Yep.
I follow.
And this door is like bedecked with fan mail and like streaming magical lights and color and paper of different colors. It's labeled Westra Multimer, who is a very, very famous actress in Waterdeep.
Has Zay met her before?
Probably not, unless you're dealing with higher society very often. Lark, maybe. But like not one-on-one, more just like in the same room.
So, should we go in as our role as flood experts and tell her there's something coming up from beneath her floor and we need to explore it? I could do an illusion.
We could tell her she's needed for sound check.
That would be easier.
All right, I'm going to knock on the door, try to act all authoritative, say, Miss Multimer, they need you upstairs immediately for a sound check.
She says, "Yes, everyone needs me, but sound check's not for another half an hour."
It's a matinee today. They've shifted it.
She says, "I was not contracted to perform early sound checks. I will not stand for this."
We know just who you should complain to. The stage manager is in the green room.
She says, "I'm not leaving until he brings his ass in here and tells me that they're making changes that are costing me my free time and my peace of mind."
We'll go tell him that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna open the door. It's not locked, right?
No, it's not.
I'm just gonna open the door and go in. Hi, Miss Multimer.
She turns around and says, "Ushers in my room."
Sorry. Oh, by the way, I loved you in Zame. I don't know.
She immediately softens and says, "Oh, a fan. I'm sorry.
I'm an usher and a fan.
Yes.
A huge fan.
Well, I appreciate that. I know that it's hard, the work that you all do. All 7 of you." And she looks,
I poke my head kind of into.
she says, and you are?
My name is Daniel. Danielson.
This is our friend Daniel Danielson.
Danielson or Danielson?
Danielson.
She says, "I'm afraid we haven't been acquainted." And she immediately ignores all the ushers and says, "Hello, I am Westra Multimer, well known across the Sword Coast."
Yes, I know. I'm happy to see you. I'm also kind of looking around the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
while he talks, can the rest of us look for the
Yeah,
trapdoor?
it's a really pretty gaudy and well adorned dressing room. There's a big shag carpet on the floor, right where that trapdoor would be.
I have to grab Lark for a second and grab just to get his head close so I can whisper to him. And I say, Lark, why are they doing sound check after house open?
No, we were just trying to trick her. We're trying to get her out of the room to look at the trapdoor.
But it's still scheduled for a half hour from now.
Yeah, that's really weird. It's
Pretty weird.
Should we hit her? Is she ensorcelled?
No, definitely don't.
I take my hand around her shoulder and kind of I'm wooing her in a way
Yeah.
to kind of get stories out of her.
Roll persuasion with advantage if you're using your belt.
Yeah, I'm using my belt.
Only thing I could think of during all that time is why are they doing sound check with a half hour
It's not very good. It's like a 6.
Okay. Well, so she's not like that into you, but she's into your status that you're implying. And she's telling you all about how stressful her job is and how they make her do these sound checks in front of the audience half an hour after house open. How ridiculous it is. They're always making cat calls and looking for signatures, and she just wants to make sure that her sending stone and her vocal apparatus is working correctly. She's just going off on this tirade. It's keeping her occupied.
Is her back to us?
Yes.
I am on the ground pulling up the corner of the shag carpet.
Okay, it seems there's definitely like the outline of something that's been like mortared over right there. It's like sealed up now, but there's like a square on the ground under the carpet,
Mortar?
like some kind of caulk. Like it's sealed up loosely.
So we could wait till the show starts and she's on stage, and we would have probably a good bit of uninterrupted time here. We've got, what did he say, hour and a half to open?
Yep.
And sound checks in a half hour.
You guys are so conscientious. I love it.
Yeah.
Or we could just have Scoot smash the door in right now and just
Yeah,
go.
That's what I was thinking. I got these magic boots on that are good for
Yeah,
jumping
I mean,
and shit. So I kind of want
If
to do
nothing
it
else, we just have people pursuing us
right away.
into the dark dwarven ruins. Are we concerned about that?
Miss Multimer, I'm really sorry to interrupt your discussion, but we have to get. It looks like that there's something wrong in the cellars in the sewers underneath the city hall, the Zadio City Music Hall, and this is the access panel we need to get through, but it's been caulked shut. So we're gonna have to break it open. We're sorry we know how important your preparation time is, but it's really important that we get down there and take care of this before it becomes a mess.
Oh yeah, I can smell sewage backing up. Hope it
says,
doesn't come through the floor.
I've been complaining about the smell for weeks.
I'm so sorry. We should have got to it sooner.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, I can survive. I've been through worse.
But not with sewage through the floor. You might want to go to a different dressing room.
Do you have a backup for me? Which one?
A backup dressing room?
Yes.
Which is the one you would like?
The one next door, of course. It's the biggest one in the house.
Okay, and who? I remember who's there. I definitely don't need to ask you. I'll be right back.
It's like the male lead. His room.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Yep.
Are you guys coming with me, or are you going to stay here with Miss Multimer?
Tell him it's time for sound check.
See if
So
he
Zay's coming
buys
with
it.
me,
Yeah, I'll come with you.
and you guys are staying here.
I'm going to comfort her.
Yep. I'm going to start inspecting the floor.
I am getting
Yeah.
ready to smash that floor.
You can tell exactly where you need to smash.
Okay.
T pointed at me? Pointed to me?
Yeah, I'm instructing her to gather her things quickly because as soon as we open this, the room will smell terrible.
She says, "Oh, what a hassle! Can someone help me with this?" And she's like getting her costumes and her makeup and all of her kit, and trying to
Tricks,
unpack
Brax,
I'm-
trick or track.
I'm two
Yeah.
steps away.
it. Oh
from
yeah,
the
and they
door.
step up.
Okay.
The Harpers.
They're going to be covered in glitter.
Yep. And she's like, for her part, she's very gracious with them. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much. And what's your name? Oh, you're volunteers. Oh, wonderful.
I knock on the door of the male lead.
Okay. This is his name is Charles Larember. Yep, Larember. Remember Larember was his catchphrase.
Okay.
It's not November.
Does he open?
No, he does not.
Okay, I'm gonna call through. Well, I want to see his face when I say it.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try to open the door.
Okay. And a chair like swivels around to face you with this man with his fingers steepled, with like a large mustache and like wavy silver hair. And he says, "Who is entering the dressing room of the great Charles Lerember?" He raises his eyebrows and looks at you.
Mr. Lerember, I have a message for you from Westra.
He says, and she couldn't deliver it himself. She's right next door.
Would you like her to deliver it herself?
He says, "What's the message?" I'm fine,
She
thank
would
you.
like to. She would like to come join you in your dressing room.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Doesn't she need to get ready? Well, never mind. She's welcome to, of course. Thank you for
Excellent. I'll
delivering
go
the
let-
message.
I will go let her know.
Okay. And he swivels back.
Lerember,
Very evil villain
Lerember.
style.
I like give him a finger guns.
Oh, and he waves lazily.
All right, I guess we're going back. What's your
didn't know-
plan, Zay?
Are you
I
guys
didn't know
smashing the
if he
floor in
would
at this
be,
point?
like,
or-
against it, but
Oh,
he was
yeah.
into it, so she can just come on over.
Yeah.
Once some costumes have made it to somebody's arms,
Yeah.
and it looks like they are close to getting out, I am now stomping this floor.
Oh, okay. And she was like worried at first, but now she's kind of cheering you on. Wester's actually, she's on her way out with her stuff, like second trip coming back. She's like, "Wow, you do fast work.
I
Amazing.
will not have sewage coming up through here. I'm going to make a hole.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the faster you can do this, the better. I don't really want to. Have to
I'm
share
not
a
even
room with-
looking. I'm just stomping.
Okay.
While I'm talking to her. This is my sole focus.
Okay. Well, you're able to break through the first layer, but then you get down to kind of like a more of like a brick layer. You have to like smash it with something harder than just brute force.
Mr. E, let me see your belt buckle.
No.
Okay. Anything else around?
Like,
Am
to
I
smash
armed?
with?
Do we have our stuff?
I assume you do. Yeah, you're like all decked out.
We've
for
been
ushers.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Usher with a great axe.
Yep. It's a theater.
Happens all the time. It's water deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I'm assuming there's no good heavy machinery around here, no hammers or anything in this dressing room.
Not in the dressing room. No.
Did I see one in the last room?
There were some props like at the sides of the stage that you saw as you were heading here.
That seems too far back. I take the butt end of my axe and I start working on a corner.
Okay. It's slow progress, but you're chipping away at what's sealing these bricks together.
Once I get some of them to get out, then I start using my foot again,
Okay.
which I assume would be quicker and stronger.
Well, unless
that
anybody else is going to assist.
I can shatter, but it's gonna cause a lot of noise.
No,
I could just punch at it with you.
yeah.
just punching the bricks.
You gonna help or what?
Yeah, I do 1-inch punches.
I have a rapier.
What do you
Would
mean
that help?
1 inch? Come on, you can't do anything with 1
It's a
inch.
karate thing.
No, this is Scoot defying it. Just being like, nah.
1 inch is enough. The motion in the ocean, the thrust
Well, I
will get us there.
I
do you want help or not?
Yes, get to work.
Okay.
Once he starts to loosen it up, I will do mold earth to remove what's
the loose stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start
Okay.
a pile.
Roll strength, E and Scoot.
Is Miss Multimer out of here?
This isn't a
She's
save.
out at
This is
this
just
point, yeah, she's-
just a check with strength.
Finishing up moving your stuff.
16.
16 and E.
I think a 12.
Okay.
Hmm.
It takes you all about half an hour to like by hand and using whatever blunt objects you have available
Okay.
to break through this brick. But eventually you find what looks like the old trap door about 3 feet down.
Oh my gosh.
As you're excavating out this, it's a mess in this room. The earth has been all moved to one side, like where the costumes used to be. You hear what might be bickering. It's not really clear, coming from Charles Lerember's room.
Zay pokes her head out and says, "Sound check."
Oh, and Wester's like, "Thank you," and Charles is like, "Ugh," and yeah, it's tensions are high next door. Wester steps out, goes on stage.
Does the dressing room door lock?
It does from the inside.
I think we should close it and lock it,
Move the earth over there.
and then pile the dirt
Yeah.
in
That's what I
front
thought
of
of
it.
at first.
Yep.
Does the audience cheer for sound check?
No,
Okay.
it's not a very busy house. It's a matinee show.
Just wondering.
You hear one woo from outside.
The first set of scales.
Wester's like, "No."
Why are they in here?
Doesn't make any sense.
This is my art.
All the theater majors are like, "It's so funny."
But it's not a musical, so she's saying like, like limericks and
Oh,
tongue
sure,
twisters
sure.
and stuff. Anyway.
Pineapple.
So the trapdoor's there. You can swing it open if you'd like to. You made it, guys.
We made it.
Yay!
Get your dancing lights ready.
I'm ready.
Now I'm wondering, is it possible to move the earth back over the trapdoor now that we're inside?
To seal us in like a tomb.
Ooh,
It's a light amount of dirt.
it's loose, yeah, so you can mold it back.
Then no one will notice.
Put the rug back too.
Move.
Can
you
I
have,
mold rug?
do you have move rug on you? Nope. All right.
I reach down and open the trapdoor.
Yep. And immediately this really dank, kind of musty smell fills the room.
Gross.
And you see the same staircase going down into darkness from the past. About the same condition.
What darkness? Come on.
Well, you see a staircase going down about 60 feet, Scoot.
I
as
can
well.
see it as well.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, you guys see the stairs.
Well, you probably. I make my way down since I'm.
Zay follow Scoot.
Yep.
I'm going last.
Are we bringing Romalia and the Brisenbracks?
Yep.
Okay. I'm putting up lights with everyone except Scoot because he's got magic dark vision. So it looks like we're all carrying little torches.
He's got dark vision too. Okay, and you find your way down to the bottom of the stairs about 100 feet. There's this huge, dark green metal door from before. It's closed this time, with dwarven runes over the top, and 3 circles.
We need the stone,
Seal
Ilka.
it.
3 shall bring them forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
Yep,
Get through. Find the butcher's paper. Take it out.
that's the Book of
That was
Shadows.
the book of
What are you
shadows.
doing with that book?
I was gonna give it to the door. Put that back up. Go back in. Find the. It was just in a case.
Yeah.
Did I even take it?
I think Ilka did.
I stopped looking for things in my bag of holding because
find
I
a
don't have it.
sandwich.
Wait, is it back at Romalia's? Oh, shit.
Ah!
It's in
No,
that
Ilka
case
has
you're
it in the
holding.
case.
Yeah,
I feel like at some point I would have obscured it. I thought I gave it
Oops.
to you when you put the book in the bag.
Okay.
we can say
Either
that's true
way,
too.
we
So
find it.
yes, you
Yes.
find the stone.
Wherever it
I
is.
stop glaring. I start looking some more,
Good.
and under the deepest layer of banana peels, I do find, in fact, the case.
Good, perfect.
Which they're not damp though. They're
I was
that
gonna
old.
say,
they're
yeah.
very dry. There's not. I haven't had a banana in a while.
There's no moisture in this extra dimensional
No.
sanctum. Yeah, it's
There's no moisture in the cavern we're in.
in the bag of holding.
in the bag of
Oh.
holding.
There's plenty of moisture in the cavern that you're in. Not
Okay.
like before,
Ooh.
but just like standard cavern moisture.
right.
So I take it, but I only bring it to the lip, not actually exposing it to the
Oh, nice.
moisture of the. And I walk like this for a while.
So in front of us, the 3 holes are the same size as the 3 eyes.
No, they're much bigger. They're
Oh.
like 1 foot circles. 1, 2, 3, about 3 feet apart each on this door.
I think we just have to hold it up or something.
Okay.
Or maybe wave it around in a rune shape.
That sounds like
That
me.
makes sense.
I'll do that.
Yeah, do it.
So I take it out and I just start whipping it back and forth in the air.
And as soon as you take it out and it faces the door, it kind of glows and like shakes in the case for a bit and rattles and kind of breaks out of the case. Like it like and it's a glass case. So
Ouch.
you have a little bit of glass in your hand. And it hovers in midair as this light shines from the 3 open eyes into the 3 holes. And after about 10 seconds, the holes get brighter and brighter as this light concentrates upon them. And then all of a sudden the door swings open quickly and like slams into the walls within. And the chamber is open before you.
Yay,
And the
we did
stone
it.
settles on the ground again.
We win.
I'm checking my hand.
Your hand's a little bit glassy.
I start picking out glass.
Ouch. Yeah.
Aw.
I
Is it
pull out
wet?
a scrap of leather and pick up the egg and don't touch it and wrap
Okay.
it in the leather and stuff it back in my pocket.
Yeah, it got a little bit of grime on it, but it's fine. And it's in your pocket.
And then do the credits roll?
Yeah, intermission. I know that music.
Can we see what's behind the doors?
Yeah, I mean, it's dark in there like it was before, but there's no running water like last time. It's just this big open chamber ahead of you, sort of sunk a little bit in the ground. You can see with your dark vision that there's these steel frescoes along the walls depicting dwarven history, as well as these 3 towers, 3 rows of towers extending out into the darkness ahead of you. Same chamber as in the past.
Don't look at the tapestries.
Zay calls out, Melifarn?
Melifarn. It's quiet.
Is there any gold here?
Not ahead of you that you see. It's just this big, old, dwarven-looking ruin made of stone.
Look, yeah, I was expecting a bunch of gold.
It's a couple more chambers in. It wasn't this easy last time.
Who are we with again? Romalia and the guards?
Romalia, Brix and Brax, Mr. E, and the rest of SWOJ.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah. What are the NPCs' reaction to this?
They're just taking cues from you guys. They're like, you all recognize this place.
Yeah, we had a dream about it.
Ah.
But also, don't look at the tapestries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Romalia says she's confused, but just doing what you say.
They're not tasteful. You won't feel good.
No.
She says, where's the gold?
There's another chamber with a tapestry. We have to make sure we don't look at it. Then
that's
after
on the
that,
stairs, I think.
we go up the stairs, and there's 3 bridges.
And we take the center.
Yeah.
Might start walking.
Okay. You're unimpeded. You head in.
I follow Scoot.
I follow Lark.
Yeah, I'm walking.
We're all going.
And
This feels very familiar. I'm not nervous or scared, so I guess I'm just charging ahead. We've done this before.
Yeah, and so you get to the end of this lower level, and to your left is the doorway that you went through. These iron panels are closed, but they swing open as you touch them, like they're very loose on hinges. And so it swings open, and you get to this like staircase room along the side of the main chamber where that tapestry was that you looked at. And so you're the first one there, Ilka.
I hold my hand up next to my eyes.
Yep.
So I am just walking across the room towards the staircase and not looking at the tapestry.
Okay, and everyone else has been given a heads up. So Romalia and Brix and Brax do not look at the tapestry. What about the rest of y'all?
I don't look at the tapestry.
I'm like wondering if the tapestry's still there. Zay's having a lot of trouble not looking at that wall.
And Scoot's thinking about trying to roll the tapestry up and take it.
Well, what's your approach?
The edge.
You feel along the wall with your eyes closed. Do you want to do that?
I'm trying to decide if Scoot would try to take it or maybe just rip it down. Which maybe right now rip it down, I think, is probably the best bet.
Okay.
Just grab a corner of it and pull.
Roll sleight of hand just to see how well you can do that without accidentally looking at it.
Okay. Neat. 10.
We'll say you manage to pull it down because you're very strong. You can you rip it off of its anchors, but you do end up looking at it. So like as you're rolling it up, it kind of starts to take effect on you. And after about a minute, you all see Scoot just kind of holding this big rolled up tapestry and like hugging it and staring at it.
Scoot, did you look at the tapestry?
I would never. Lark.
We specifically talked about that before coming in.
Is this one of those
But
punch
have you-
him in the face
but you- I think-
situations?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
tried that.
Before? It's so nice.
I think we do. Or
I have a great place for this in Troll Skull.
Okay, well, you can put it in your bag, and then we'll keep going.
It's not safe in there,
Oh.
is it? No.
No way.
No. It's good. Let's keep going.
Zay,
We
how
got
did
it.
we, how
hug
do we
it.
fix...
And
did
I'm-
you dispel magic
did-
on Ilka?
I dispelled magic.
I'm trying to carry this thing up the spiral staircase.
Okay, it's really difficult because you're staring at it as you go, and it's really blocking your vision. So you're kind of stumbling over stairs.
That's fine.
It's not it's like a wide, long staircase, barely a spiral up to the upper level. But you make your way up at about half speed, Scoot,
All right.
with your eyes glued to this thing.
Still going.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I've accomplished my main goal.
Yeah.
I'm still in the bag, so I'm like, hurry up.
I don't
are you
think I got
doing?
hit in the head.
No,
No,
As a
I
test.
dispelled magic on
Yeah,
you.
you dispelled. So
Should we
that
try
during a
hitting him
spell
in the
slot?
head?
please hit him, mystery.
I'm going to flick him with one of my fingers.
All right.
That's fine.
Back of the head.
Make an intelligence roll,
All right.
Scoot.
Good. I'm good at this. All right. What does a 0 get me?
A 0 and a d20? Oh, I see.
because a -1.
There's a 1 with a -1.
Crit fails
I think-
the intelligent roll.
I
Flicks your
think
whole
you
head
trip
off.
as you're reaching the top of the stairs and just kind of roll down as you're holding onto this tapestry and looking at it. So,
I probably look like Gollum at the end of the
Yeah.
third movie.
because I mean, everyone else already got up at this point, so E was in the end of the line, and he flicks you once you get to the top, and it sends you flying.
All right.
You're okay with this, though.
Yeah.
He's rolling back down the stairs.
Yeah,
Well, I'd jump over him.
yeah.
I say we got to leave him, guys.
No, we can't.
This is it. This is where Scoot's story ends.
All right. I'll pack up the gear and go.
He found peace, not where he expected.
Zay chases him back down the stairs, reaches out, and dispels magic.
Whoosh, and like a bolt of lightning, Scoot. The veil is lifted, and your eyes are opened. You're hugging this thing tightly, laying on like a corner of the stairs, kind of wedged against the wall, with a weird grin on your face.
Wow. This is a weird carpet, guys.
Yeah.
Are the rest of us at the top of the stairs? Or
Yes, except for
okay.
Zay.
And I still kind of think we should take it and put it up at Troll Skull, but maybe I'll come back for it.
You can tell that Zay just freed you. Yeah.
Oh, I can tell that? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's
You want me to help you put it into the bag of holding?
No, we gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Get away.
Do you put it away or do you just...
No, I'm leaving it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But rolled up so that no one can look at it, or how are you leaving it?
I don't care. I
Oh,
want to
okay,
get
you're
away
just
from
dropping
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. So you make your way back to the top. You hear a slight gushing sound coming from the mosaic wall where Melifarm is fighting the black pudding in the past. Other than that, there's no like dripping water or anything like that. Like before, it's very quiet here, eerily quiet.
Remember this place? This
Yeah.
is the site of my greatest combat.
Yeah, when you dreamed up that 45 points of damage.
Yeah, that was actually nothing at all because it was immune. So not only did I dream it, but it had no effect anyways. That's multiplying 0 by 0.
Scoot, why did you look at the tapestry?
I didn't try to look at the tapestry. I was trying to get it down.
I think. Thanks for saving Scoot, Zay.
Yeah, thanks, eh?
That's what I'm here for, guys. I knew that dispel magic was going to come in handy.
A lot, as it turns out.
Okay. But there's
still
nothing. We
no-
don't see anything here.
There's no gold here either.
No.
I say out loud to everyone.
Up top, there are 3 broken bridges extending away from this platform that you're standing on. To your back is this big mosaic depicting some kind of dwarven history, and then across are these 3 bridges. The middle one is broken. The other
That was
two-
Mr. E asking everybody where the gold is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scoot, will you carry me across this bridge?
Yep.
Thanks.
I explained to E that last time we fought the giant octopus through this middle door.
I'm back.
There was gold there?
No, but there was an aboleth.
Okay. I
We
jump
think
across
there might be
too.
gold there now.
Yeah, it's an easy thing for you to do. E.
Yeah, I jump. Yeah.
Who's last?
Maybe
Frickin'
probably
Brax.
me. I'm standing on the edge, like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably Breckenbrath and...
Your hands up like a toddler.
yeah, hands up like a toddler.
I would get everybody from SWOJ first, and then Ramali, and then the guards.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just sitting
I'm
there on
gonna-
the other
I'm gonna-
side.
Walk ahead and kind of like peek into the chamber.
Okay. The chamber up ahead is where the shrine to Dumathun was located. The trapdoor going down to the vault is closed again.
Oh, okay.
With that rune saying that secrets are the key.
Right.
After you pick Lark up and jump across, behind y'all, you can see there's this sort of like black ooze creeping from this hole in the mosaic, like a large black ooze, edging towards Romalia and Brix and Brax as you're all standing on the opposite side of the bridge.
I would jump back over very fast.
Okay. And who would you help?
Ramalia.
Okay.
And then I would tell the other guys to get ready to jump or get a rope ready or something.
Okay. Roll just dexterity, just to see how fast you can achieve this.
Oh, boy. 10.
10. Okay. You're able to get Romalia and Brix. However, Brax is the last holdout, and as you're reaching to like pull him and jump across, you can see that this black ooze has suddenly like latched around to his foot and started to pull him back towards the wall again. Like there was no room for him on the edge of this bridge, and so he's kind of cornered. Make a strength roll, or what do you do?
That'd be to try to pull him free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just strength athletics, just try to.
Okay.
That's for, yeah.
Can any of us see this happening?
You can all see it happening. Yeah, you're all like 15, 20 feet away.
Oh, I'm going to shatter the ooze.
Shatter the heck out of it.
Yeah.
So it makes a dex save or a con save? I should know that by now.
I'm going to use a lucky on this one.
Yep.
To re-roll that. 16.
Yep, that'll work. You rip his foot free.
And then
You can
jump
see
back.
his clothing and armor is all like burned off down by his ankle
Yeah.
from acid.
So did he make it?
He made it across, yep.
Okay, so we don't need a shatter.
Not unless you want to blow up the ooze.
It can't come after us?
As far as you can tell, no?
I think I'm going to wait then.
It's starting to recede back towards that hole in the wall that it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I wonder if shattering an acid ooze might be like when they dynamited that whale on the beach and like all the chunks of it just start falling all over the place.
Except for these one would be just tiny oozes that would then eat us.
Or
Good.
just be acidic ooze goo.
Yep. So, you're all standing around this closed trapdoor with the runes overhead in Dwarvish that tell you that secrets will open the way.
Oh, I already told my one secret. Who's got a secret that's never been told? Mr. E, you must have a secret that's never been told, that's never been spoken.
Yeah.
Would you say it out loud? We promise not to laugh.
Is this therapy?
Yeah, kind of.
What's going on?
That's how this trapdoor opens.
I'm feeling awkward.
Can't you read the Dwarven ruins?
No.
I mean, Dwarven runes?
Romalia and Bricks and Brax look pretty confused too.
So once when I was a kid, I was staying at my friend's house and I peed his couch and then I blamed it on his dog.
Lark totally laughs out loud.
Kind of thing. It was embarrassing. I haven't told anybody that.
And whoosh, this big trapdoor opens in the middle of the room, like it's 20 foot wide.
I think it opens
spiral
when
staircase.
you're lying.
And Romalia is like, oh, I see Dwarven runes. I can read it. They say a secret will part Dumathoan's lips. Oh, that makes sense. So that was a secret. Thank you,
They put the dog down
Daniel.
after that. That's why I don't talk about it.
What was the dog's
so
name?
Tragic.
Was it a golden retriever?
Lovey. He was really old, and they're like, well, if he's gonna start wetting the couch.
Might as well call him Yeller at that point.
The doors open just a little bit wider than last time.
There you go, Scoot.
All right, I step down the stairs.
Is the gold down there?
We think so,
Okay, I'm gonna go down.
but
that
really we have no
last.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm following
Zay follows.
Ilka.
so Ilka's in the lead.
Yeah. What could go wrong? I'm leading.
Okay. Do you want to like roll perception or stealth or
Sure.
anything, or just head down?
Yeah, perception, and we've still got lights up.
Crit fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm deeply emotional thinking about a dog I had that also got put down. So I think Mr. E's story has kind of broken Ilka a little bit, and even though she's walking forward, she's not really perceiving anything.
So like you're going stealthily, but like every so often, like a soft sob escapes.
Yeah.
Just like echoes.
Yeah, I'm having a moment.
Okay.
Zay's following pretty closely behind and kind of keeping an eye out, seeing how far ahead she can see.
Okay. Are you all being stealthy-ish, or just
I'm trying to be
heading down?
quiet as I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not being particularly stealthy.
Okay?
A
I mean,
little
I'm not like
pensive, but I'm
stomping around
also-
throwing things, but I didn't feel the need to sneak.
Sure.
I'm thinking these are abandoned ruins.
Yeah.
I'm looking hard to see what I can see.
Yeah. You see like shimmering light, first of all, reflecting against the inside of this spiral staircase once you get down about 200 feet. And as you come around the bend, you can see ahead of you is this large chamber with 3 pillars extending upwards that were not there in the past, like reinforcement pillars of some kind that were installed later, as well as several alcoves kind of lining the room. The holes in the ground that the aboleth leapt out of are gone. They're sealed over at this point by someone who came in later. But there is, in the middle of the room, a big pile of what is obviously gold coins, as well as a few other smaller piles in different alcoves around the room. One alcove has just a bunch of giant, like egg-sized gemstones sitting in it. Big old shiny gems. There's a faint trickle of light coming in from somewhere up above. It's still not clear where that light's coming from exactly, but
We found it.
there it is. There's a vault of golden dragons ahead of you.
Hooray!
Awesome.
I thought there'd be more.
Yeah, for some reason I was picturing it taking up like the entire vault.
Yeah. No, someone did the math, and apparently 1 million golden coins really doesn't take up that much space. I mean, a lot, but yeah. I mean, it's a big pile in the middle of the room. Like, think 20 feet wide or so. Really
Sure.
piled up on top of itself. So
Okay.
pretty big.
Wow.
I'm walking toward the stones.
Okay. As you enter the room, a voice greets you, which says, you see there's an elderly-looking dwarf walking towards you from on top of the pile, from the other side of the pile of gold. As soon as you enter, he's stepping over with a staff in his hand that looks like two dragons kind of intertwined around each other, a red one and a gold one. And then breathing outwards in opposite directions. And the dwarf says, very, very brightly, I wasn't expecting anyone. As you can see, this place is a bit of a mess. Perhaps you should come back later after I've tidied up a bit. He's addressing you directly, E. Yeah,
Me.
since you're the one that's coming in. But he sees the rest of you too, and he's acknowledging you with his eyes before waiting for a response from E.
Oh, no, this looks fine. You don't have to mind. We don't mind.
Yeah, if everyone waited for our house to be pristine, we'd never see a company ever.
He says, that's a fair point. However, I have to ask, what are you doing in this vault?
We heard it was beautiful.
We've come to return these dragons to the city of Waterdeep.
Return them to the city of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
Are you agents of the city?
In a manner of speaking, yes. We're SWOJ. You probably read about us.
He says, I'm afraid I don't get out much.
Oh. Well,
He
we've
looks
been
up.
helping the city, and Laeral Silverhands asked us to recover these dragons that apparently Neverember embezzled and give them back to the fine citizens of Waterdeep.
He says, it's funny you should say that because I'm under contract with Dagult Neverember to make sure these dragons don't leave except in the hands of him or one of his authorized agents.
Oh, did I say... I guess I can't... I probably can't walk that back now. But here's the thing about Dagult. He actually stole all this money. So I don't know... Did you know that? Did he tell
says-
you it was legit?
He says, that's not my place
Oh.
to question.
So you're not just going
You
to let
s-
us walk out with this gold,
You sense
I
a flicker
suppose.
of regret when he says that. He looks down for a second.
There is the opportunity here for you to do the right thing.
How long have you been trapped down here? You look lonely.
He says, honestly, I have been down here for a long time, but I don't mind. I'm well provisioned.
But still lonely.
He says, I'm all right. Don't worry.
Are you by any chance a fan of Saphiria's booty? Because there is a matinee upstairs right now. If you get up there in time, you would not even miss the opening scene.
He says, is this some kind of trick? I'm not leaving.
No, it
What?
actually is going on upstairs.
What's the contract you have?
He says, it's very simple. I receive payment and this staff. And in return, I watch Lord Neverember's hoard. And make
What
sure
if-
that no one takes it.
What if you can get paid and just keep the staff and go away?
He says, well, that would require breaking my contract.
Yeah.
So I can't let that happen.
When does your contract end?
He says, once Lord Neverember comes back for the gold, or upon his death, I would assume.
What does the staff do?
This old thing, he says, this is, well, it's a very powerful old staff. It's very important to me.
And it's more fun than fresh air and other dwarves?
He says, not really my cup of tea.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Oranax.
Oranax. Oranax what?
Just Oranax. What's
Oh.
your name, sir?
I'm Lark Wavesilver. Nice
Of
to meet
House
you, Oranax.
Wavesilver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Young lordling coming looking for gold?
That's not for me. I'm estranged. I have to live with my friend Scoot at the Splintered Stair.
So much detail.
I'm just saying that because it's kind of a seedy place in the Docksward. So it's not like I'm living in a luxury lifestyle here. The money doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is my hat and my awesome mustache and Rowan Crooks.
He says,
I feel like you and I are men of a similar stripe or an axe.
he says, it seems to me that one who is living in the docks ward at the Splintered Stair might be interested in a windfall of gold.
No, if I was interested in gold, I would go back home to my noble parents.
I see. And the rest of you?
I'm Daniel Danielson.
He says, really?
Yes.
Of the Danielson family?
No. Other Danielsons.
This doesn't seem like a drow name, if you don't mind my asking.
It was a pet name from someone very dear to me.
Do you give away any more than that, or is it like a blank facade statement?
Yeah, I just was saying my name.
Okay. He nods.
So
The rest of you?
I look right at Oranax. I stare at him for a good couple seconds. I turn to Lark and I said, "You have a problem with my apartment at the Splintered Stair?"
No. No, it's really nice. And you let me hang up all of my posters.
Yeah, including the one you made out of a do-rag of mine.
I didn't hang that one up. I hid it in the closet, as I admitted last episode. I mean, last time we were down here.
So what is the problem? It's just not enough room for you, and this is what I choose to focus on in this minute.
And as he's watching them, I'm slipping gold into my pocket.
You are?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
taking some.
Okay.
And some of those gems.
Roll stealth. Or sleight of hand. Probably sleight of hand, actually, unless you're doing it really obviously.
What do I add to that?
It's going to be your dex modifier.
And proficiency if you're proficient in it, which you might not be.
19.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess I'll continue.
Yeah. So, as Zay and Ilka are preparing to make their introductions...
Zay's clearing her throat.
Yeah. What's your intro, Zay? What would you say?
Let's take out the aboleth.
Oh.
I wasn't actually going to say it because you were going to interrupt me.
Well, I was going to say, so you're cut short. Let's take out the ABBA. And all of a sudden from the center of the room, you hear this like rushing and kind of roaring sound as the form of Oranax suddenly like rises and grows in front of you and whirls towards Mr. E as this dwarf standing on top of the pile of dragons suddenly shifts. His pointy beard kind of forms into this sort of like dinosaur chin frill, like many dinosaurs have, or dragons in the way they're shown in fantasy.
Oh, no.
And he morphs before you into a massive, huge adult golden dragon. Standing on top of the pile of gold. Yeah. And he just stares you down and says, "Return what you took."
To who? Which things that I took? Is this another secrets thing?
Don't be coy.
You're a very beautiful golden dragon. Is he speaking in dragon?
No, he's speaking in common.
I start to speak in dragon to him. I say, it's okay.
He's listening.
It's okay.
Slowly approaching you. He picks up the dragon's the staff, the dragon entwined staff from where it fell on the ground, and kind of like holds it between his fingers as he crawls towards you. It's pretty awkward. It's a small little person-sized staff.
I just wanted to say how weird it looks with that staff in your hand now. You should put it down. You're being judged by all of these non-dragon speaking idiots.
Do any of you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, so you see...
I'd like
Unless that's my native tongue.
Nope,
Okay.
I can talk to demons.
I think I probably started like a course about it, so I probably have some, basic.
You're
Draconic.
picking up some.
Well, so E is saying stuff you don't understand, but the dragon's speaking common, so that last bit about don't be coy. And then the last thing you said was, you're making a scene here.
You look like you're being judged.
Oranax says, "That's no concern to me. My job is to make sure that nothing leaves this vault without Lord Neverember's permission."
What if I told you I was working for him? I'm saying this in dragon, and I wink to him.
I get suspicious at the wink.
I think he's flirting with the dragon.
And I glean my
It's a
dragon,
handsome dragon.
my dragon belt buckle.
Yeah, that was a pelvic thrust. I think he's seducing the dragon.
It's happening.
This might work. But I don't want to watch.
Roll deception with advantage. Unless you're like intentionally like not trying to like trick him, but rather just trying to like say like, hey, let's just like forget Lord Neverember. Let's do our own thing. You know, it'd be like persuasion or deception, one or the other.
Would it matter how I roll then?
I don't think so.
Lower, please.
It's my charisma.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's 11, I think. Is it just that plus, or is it my proficiency too? 11.
The dragon seems unmoved. It's approaching you. The inside of its mouth is glowing slightly with a magical fire as it talks to you.
I don't think the dragon is into it.
No, this doesn't seem to be working at all.
Okay, I'll put the gold back, but you need to calm down. I'm saying this in dragon.
And Ornax says, I am perfectly calm.
Then why are you turned into a dragon, boy?
Because I need to communicate better. Boy.
Put the gold down in a nice little stack. It's not that much.
Yeah.
I do that.
And Ornax says, that's better.
You
Step
gonna-
away.
Step away from what?
Just looks at the gold for a second.
And then step towards the other gold in the room? Okay. And I step towards one of the piles of gold.
Ornax glances back at the rest of you and says, Is this it? You're here to take the gold and waste my time?
I mean, well, we didn't come here to waste your time. But
Yeah, we didn't even know you were down here. We were just going to come get the gold and return it to the city.
We couldn't understand that anyone would be here serving someone as evil as Lord Neverember.
You call him evil. He was the open lord. He fought evil dragons for years.
how are you within the limits of the city?
Excuse me?
No other dragons are allowed within the limits of the city. They've been banished.
Yeah, the dragon ward.
Right. Well, exactly.
Wait.
Are you the dragon ward?
He says, no, this staff lets me circumvent it.
Oh.
Oh, then you shouldn't put it down.
Exactly. He
Okay.
says.
Wait, like you have to hold it all the time?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like that.
Oh, yeah, set it aside then.
Because like that would be
You look
awkward.
ridiculous.
Don't you want
It's
to
like a little toothpick.
be with your other dragon friends? Oh, but gold dragons like gold, and he just gets to hang out with it.
I mean, there's gold elsewhere that hasn't been embezzled from the city of Waterdeep.
He says, you keep mentioning that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So he was the open lord, and he stole a bunch of the city's money, and he hid it for himself instead of, like leaving it with the good citizens to pay for things like schools and road repair.
So it looks like Ornax is having some trouble with this as you start talking about road repair and the citizens. And he asks, when he asks you the question, you can sense that there's like something else going on internally, like a struggle going on internally in the tone of his voice. And he says, it's Lord Neverember's gold. He can do with it as he sees fit. He chose to hide it here with me.
He's no longer the Lord.
Unimportant.
That's not how being lord of the city works. You don't own the city. You're there to keep it safe.
I
This
know.
is not keeping it safe.
It's his gold, not the city's. Do you have proof?
That it's not his gold?
Yes.
Ledger. We have a ledger.
Yeah, go on. He says.
So we have a ledger of a bunch of transactions, enough to get Lord Neverember and his henchmen imprisoned forever, that show how he embezzled all of these funds.
We gave it to his son, who also believes that his father embezzled, which is why he doesn't speak to him anymore.
And Ornax raises his eyebrows at that. Says, really? I would speak with his son.
Okay.
Can we communicate with Terry to go
Yeah,
pick him
I
up?
was thinking the same thing. If we try, like, if I do a brain tickle out to Terry, does he hear me? Terry!
It's very, very crackly. Like, you can just like, what's going on?
If you can hear me, get Rainier and bring him to the Zadio City Music Hall.
Okay, I might be gone for a bit.
Oh, okay.
Ornax is like, so he's on his way?
Yeah, he has to go get him, and he said he might be gone for a bit.
Very well. I can wait, as I have. And then we can just skip right ahead, or do any of you want to say anything or do anything else while you wait?
Do you know Melifarn?
He blinks and says, "Do you know Melifarn?"
Yeah.
The bronze dragon?
Yeah, we were here in a dream or vision or some sort of temporal thing that happened to us recently, and Melifarn was being attacked by a bunch of oozes, and Scoot saved Melifarn.
I go from looking at gems and stuff. My eyes just what?
Yeah, Scoot came out and bludgeoned the oozes, and she was being attacked by them, and Melifarn got out okay because of it.
He says Melifarn's been dead for centuries.
Yeah, it was like a temporal time travel vision thing that the stone sent us on.
Took us back 500 years.
He says, I have no way of proving that the story is true. Do you?
Yeah, guys, this sounds ridiculous.
The fact that we knew Melifarn, that Melifarn was down here, there was a big flood, and the stone washed down here. It turned into the Aboleth. We came and fought the Aboleth with Melifarn.
What Aboleth?
The Aboleth?
The aboleth that opens the door to
Yeah.
the vault?
Yeah, the one that got turned into the Stone of Galore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. But you know Melifarn?
Yes, she's an old friend.
God, is she still alive?
She was killed by a black dragon named Vora Maganthar.
Oh, no. What's the relationship between Melifarn and Zelifarn? Are they related at all?
Did she have kids?
She had sires, yes. I assume she had offspring, but it wasn't my business.
Okay, I wonder. We also know Zelifarn. I don't know. You may not know Zelifarn.
He's really cool. He lives out in the bay.
In an old shipwreck, perchance?
Yes. Yeah.
That was Melifarn's old home once upon a time.
Oh.
Before one of the great attacks on the city by my kin.
Zelifarn is like the commissioner for SWOJ.
SWOJ being the Silver Waves of Justice.
Yeah.
That's us.
I
That's
see.
our mystery-solving, crime-fighting team.
Fascinating. So you solve mysteries, you fight crime,
Yeah.
and you come down here to take my gold with an aboleth stone.
No, we came down to save the embezzled gold on behalf of the city water. We're the heroes, see?
Oh, I see. So what will you do with the gold if you take it?
Give it back to the city?
Directly? To whom?
Probably Laeral Silverhands.
The current Open Lord, I see.
Yeah.
And do you get anything out of this?
Warm fuzzies.
He gives you a very discerning
Reputation.
look.
Experience points?
Yeah, we like doing the right thing. I mean, that's the whole modus operandi of SWOJ. That's what we do.
He says, and you're all members of SWOJ? Looking at Mr. E and at Romalia and Bricks and Brax.
No, I showed up this morning and they just had me come along.
It's true. It's true.
We've
We're
worked with
very
Mr. E
trusting.
before.
I have
but
We
he's
make
not a
friends
member of SWOJ.
easily.
alternative
seem like
motives,
incredibly
which no
trusting
one
people.
asked me about. So
Wait,
He helped us out of a bind before, so we thought, why not?
by
Although
stealing a book,
he didn't really help us.
Nope.
I am attuned with dragons. I don't know if you noticed.
We
No.
did, and it got a little weird for a second.
When I
Ormax
was
says,
talking
yeah,
to
it
the
kind of
dragon.
did.
Yeah, I was going to play some Torchy Concertina music.
We thought you were kind of flirting, and it just didn't seem like it went super well. We weren't going to bring it up and embarrass you, but
Yeah, maybe.
So
it's a
why
good
are
game.
you here, E?
Well, I came to help. I was going to offer my assistance in return for some help from SWOJ, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it. But now that we're sitting
Mr.
here
E,
waiting,
our help.
I need your help finding who killed my Mr. Ziagi.
Yes.
this definitely sounds like a case for SWOJ.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I thought I would come and help you. And if there was gold involved, maybe I could get a cut, but I wasn't allowed to take my cut. So we can talk about that later. I'm not going to take it right now.
You're entitled to a full share of the good feelings that we get from doing the right thing.
Okay, and I will define my good feelings on my own terms.
Numerically.
At that point. But also so my sensei, he left me a recipe for this elixir, and it gives me these visions, and I call it dragon piss. Though it's not actually dragon piss.
Ornex says, have you ever tried dragon piss?
No, but
Don't.
considering the things that are in this elixir, it'd probably be better if it was actual dragon piss.
What does the elixir do?
It makes me have these hallucinations and gives me visions. And that's how I found the way of the ascending dragon. And now I can do some pretty great stuff like talk to dragons. And I thought they were just hallucinations at first, but then I envisioned these towers burning and crumbling to the ground, and then it happened.
We did that.
Yeah.
Did you see us in the vision walking away slowly without looking back?
No, it was like stumbling and like falling and screaming out of it.
Oh, you really did have an accurate vision.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty accurate. So, but that clued me in to it being real.
What?
Mm-hmm. And I saw something else.
What else did you see?
Well, I saw a lot of stuff, but one thing that will probably be not too explicit for this situation, and that you want to know. I saw something about the castle lanterns.
What?
I don't know if I should tell the dragon or not. Can you
Ornex
look the other way, Golden Dragon?
Ornex says, I explicitly can't per my deal with Lord Neverember.
They made a deal with the devil.
What?
Yeah.
What devil?
I don't know. The king of the devil. The Hell King.
Lord Nessus? Wait, Lord of Nessus?
I don't know their names. It's just made a deal with a...
And you saw this in a vision?
Mm-hmm.
What was the deal?
They traded in. So they were going to be... Their business exports would thrive while all of their nemesis failed.
Oh, that's... Wait, was
they
in
So
exchange
all of
for
their
that
success.
their son? Is that the trade they made?
All of their kids.
What?
All of their kids' souls when they turn 9.
No.
Oh, the two that we know.
Oh no, those two little kids.
That's
But
pretty vile.
They can save their kids by trading in one shy of 1 million gold coins and one shy of 100 souls.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was whack, guys. It scared me. Most of
That's
those visions that I have are
It does.
pretty sweet.
It
but
does
this
check
one was
out. Like
messed up.
we were in their basement before, and there were devils that they were kind of wolf dudes, and they really tried to kill us hard.
Yeah, I don't trust rich
And they've
people
been
ever.
sacrificing people.
Yeah, and that's why they wanted the horde of dragons.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should give it to them to save the little kids.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean,
That
it
feels
would
like
be nice to
enabling.
save the little kids, but
Aren't they rich already?
yeah.
Oh, like they would have their own.
Yeah, maybe they can use some of the money that they made by stealing the business from my family and everybody else's shipping interests.
Oh.
Well, anyway,
And there's
that's
100
really helpful.
people.
E. Yeah.
They're going to get murdered, I
Although
think.
they must
I
be.
feel like that maybe already happened.
Yeah, they might be a fair way through that number already.
You can take a tally through past episodes and see where they're at.
Does anybody want any dragon piss?
Does it make you have those visions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave
Yeah,
it to-
I want to take a swab.
Well, I gave it to a guy once, and he hasn't woken up since.
Oh, I'm gonna pass then. Never mind.
Maybe it's like monk specific.
Well, I started like small, and I've been
Microdoses.
really working my way up on
Okay.
my tolerance, and I maybe gave this guy too much.
Just a half a drop and then a full drop. And
Yeah, now I kind of gulp it down.
oh my gosh.
Do you put like salt on the rim?
No, I put a line of salt on the table.
Perfect.
Ornex says, I would try some.
You want some?
Yes.
Yeah, it's yeah. It intuned me with the dragons.
He says, these gemstones are mine, to be dealt with as I see fit. I will trade you one for one dose.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get a few just to have?
I feel like my offer is generous already.
No, this is generous for you.
Oh, if you have
Yeah,
more, I would take them,
I have
of
several
course.
doses.
Yes.
I'll take several gems.
All right.
Can the rest of you look away? Why? I don't like to do drug deals.
I have a
Oh no.
I have a bunch of dragon piss too in my bag, and I'd also like to trade those for a whole bunch of gems.
Wait, you have dragon piss? Like actual dragon piss, or are you lying?
I'm lying.
Okay. Ornex says,
To be
I'm already
clear-
spoken for, but thank you.
Oh,
I
all right.
only call it dragon piss.
Oh,
Does it have another name?
The recipe name was kind of smudged at the top.
On the
There
index
was a couple
card.
of S's.
Hey, this is a real live dragon. Maybe after he tastes it, he can tell you a name for it.
It does make you go into a trance. Do you want to try some right now?
That's what I was just thinking.
Ornex says, not while I'm on the job.
Okay,
We
here.
gotta work this
So-
out first.
When are you ever
Someone
off
come
the
and
job?
relieves you?
Yeah.
I have 5 doses.
He says, once I hear from Lord Neverember's son about what's really going on here.
Okay.
Then you can really relax.
Ornex waggles his eyebrows meaningfully.
So I put the 5 doses down.
Yeah, and he gives you like a ruby that's the size of an avocado. Just a
Wow.
massive gem.
I thought I was getting 5.
Oh, it was 1 for all of it. I thought you were...
Oh no, I'm leaving you 1 dose then.
He says, I'm sorry, I can't offer more than 1. This is my food.
Oh, that's fine. No, I was trying to be helpful. You're gonna be down here forever. It sounds like.
Well, not until once Rainier gets here and tells
Okay.
the truth.
I put the big stone in my pocket.
Okay.
I try to fix it to one of my rings first. It doesn't work.
I'm stunned at this.
really tough.
You eat gemstones?
Yep. That's
How
why
lo-
I've been able to survive down here for so long.
How long have you been down here?
About 5 years.
Eating rocks.
did you relieve somebody else when you got down here?
No.
Okay.
I came with the gold. I was hired by Lord Neverember. Old family friend.
How did you become friends with him?
In the Dragon War, we fought side by side against the forces of Tiamat.
I'm going to try to reach out to Terry again really quickly. Terry, it's Lark. Can you hear me?
No answer.
If you can hear this, make sure Rainier brings the ledger. I didn't specify before, but that's really important. Okay, Lark, over and out.
Does this stone have ZPS? Can we track him on his way in?
No.
Oh,
Sorry, it's an older one.
He might just believe Rainier anyway, just being a Neverember.
So I guess we skip ahead then. Renee, like 2 hours later or so, Rainier shows up, like covered in like his clothes are like burned and splotchy. He's
A couple of us probably should have gone back for it.
How did he make it over the bridge?
he's got all his adventuring tools out, like a really like messed up looking sword that's all corroded and burned. He's
shit,
like,
he
guys,
fought the
like he
ooze."
staggers down the stairs.
Oh, Rainier, we're really sorry.
He says, guys, there's a fucking theater show happening up there, and I had to like sneak through the house and get backstage through the pit. And there was like this, it was only the first act, so I think they thought I was part of the show, but man,
Thanks for coming, Rainier.
He's not carrying a tapestry, is he?
no, he's not. He says, there's all kinds of, you could have given me a warning about the black ooze.
Reception's bad.
Yeah, I said you didn't hear.
Who's this guy?
This is Mr. Meat.
And
Mr.
who's
Meat.
this? And he points at the dragon.
This is Oranax.
Takes a big bow and
Works
says,
for
Rainier
your father.
Neverember.
We
Works
make
for my
introductions all
dad,
around.
and he stands back up again right away and eyes the dragon meaningfully.
Oranax, meet Rainier. This is Dagal's son. Dagal, this is Oranax. He's working for your dad, and here's the Hoard of Dragons. We found it, but your dad says that it's his and not the city's, and has made sure that the dragon won't give it away.
Really, Rainier says.
Yeah, so we told him the story, but he didn't believe us, so he asked to talk to you.
Rainier nods. Says, well, this is kind of a lot to take in. It's a pleasure to meet you, Oranax. Ramalia Haventree, I believe?
We do introductions all around.
Yeah. And he says, what they say is true, Oranax. My father did embezzle this money from the city of Waterdeep and its people, as well as people all around the Sword Coast. It was what was left of the Hoard of Dragons from the war against Tiamat. It belongs to everyone here, and I have mountains of evidence to prove it. Such as this ledger, which he pulls out, which is the one that you guys brought, which shows a lot of Lord Neverember's dealings, and he gives it to Oranax, and Oranax speed reads it in a matter of seconds.
Dragons are really good at reading
Obviously
ledgers.
well trained at reading ledgers, yeah. And Oranax's eyes go wide, and he takes a step back. And looks around and says, well, if this is true, and it looks like it is, I can see the marks on the sides of the pages that indicate that this is a bona fide Neverember ledger. then I need to apologize. I believe this gold has been kept here unrightfully.
I'd like to apologize too about the stuff about you looking ridiculous.
Oh, thank
You
you.
look pretty awesome.
I was still chewing on that, so I appreciate it. I mean, you're some of the first people I've seen in years, and right away I got a put down for my appearance. So
No, I think you look magnificent
okay.
and really terrifying,
What
actually.
did you say to him, Mr. E? Oh.
And
I apologize. Let's
Ornex
leave it in the past.
transforms back into a dwarf, holding the staff, and says, "Well, it seems we need to get this gold back to the people of Waterdeep." And he asks Renaer where his father is, and Renaer explains that he's up in Neverwinter and has been for some time. So Ornex says, "Very well. Then it's up to us, I suppose."
Do you agree that bringing it to Lyral Silverhand is the right thing to do? Like, does that seem like the best way to get it to the city?
He says, "If you trust her,
Well,
she's a politician as much as anyone else."
Let's give the Wazoo a scoop. SWOJ finds hordes of dragon, returns it to the city.
Right, then no one can hide it.
Definitely friends.
Yeah.
Wait, Ornex, can you fly?
Oh.
Ornex, do you have wings? Can you fly?
He's like, "Yes, I have glorious wings."
What?
Can you fly us all out?
He says,
I was thinking he could fly the treasure up over Waterdeep and sprinkle it like so much golden manna.
He says, "If I may, I would prefer to keep my involvement publicly to a minimum. You did say you knew another dragon?"
yeah. But he can't come in because the Dragon Ward.
If only he had a red and gold staff.
He says, "If he touches this staff, he'll be immune to the dragon ward."
Would you let us take it to him?
In this specific instance, he says, yes, if this is the kin of Melifarn, and you trust him, and it's for the people of Waterdeep, then yes.
I
Oh
think
my
if you
gosh.
met him, you'd see he's the spitting image down to the voice.
What? Very well, Ornex says.
Is that really the plan? You know what? Justin objects to this plan. Lark would be totally into it. So never mind. I take everything back.
Wait, so what's the plan? That Zelifarn is going to fly the gold over the city of Waterdeep or something?
Sprinkle it everywhere.
And drop it like so much golden manna.
Like evenly?
I was thinking we would just
Yeah, how do-
announce that this was going to happen and make sure everything was very public, but not necessarily dropping gold coins on people.
Right. Yeah. So Zay's plan. I think Lark could also be cool with Zay's plan.
I think Zelifarn should be involved so that he can heal some of the bad opinions about dragons.
Agreed.
And he's big enough to carry this hoard. So Zelifarn can carry the hoard. And I think that will also encourage people to not try to steal it from him in the presentation. Like if the 5 of us carry it, we're really a walking target.
And he can wear a big sash that says Brigandere.
Yes.
I heart Brigandere.
Well, he's got his SWOJ. He's got his SWOJ
He's got a
T-shirt
SWOJ
on.
T-shirt on. That's true.
But maybe we could all ride on Zelifarn and have Zardoz sitting behind Scoot, not in front of Scoot. And then-
Falcor!
Are bronze dragons that big?
He's not a huge one. He's just like maybe like 15 feet across.
Okay, this is a great plan.
We just need to get to Zelifarn.
And oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the Wazoo lady's name. I think it starts with an M.
Glinda Garlot.
No,
that's
it's
the
Mara. Is it Mara Malora?
Mara.
Yep.
So should we? Should we
Wait.
split up and go meet up? How do we get some of this gold?
Can we put the gold in the bag?
Yes.
Yeah, let's put the gold in the bag.
12 hours later.
Yeah. If you're all going to do that, it's going to take some time. But yeah.
Is this the room that had the one beam of light coming in?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask Ornax what that is.
Ornex says, I'm not really sure. It must be some miracle of geometry and optics to get one strand of light coming up from up above. Some hole in the street somewhere.
sunlight.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah.
So we want to gather up the gold. We want to meet with Mara. We want to meet with Zelifarn. And we want to go somewhere super public to make the announcement and have Zelifarn fly in.
Holding the I wasn't thinking that we carry it out of here because again we are really easy to take this much gold from.
Sure.
I was thinking we leave it here, go get Zelipharn. Zelipharn flies it out of here.
Romalia says, we could guard the gold if you want. We could stay down here until you've found a way to transport it. Or I could get more of the Harpers to come too if you send a message up to the top. I think it would make sense to maybe give people a warning before you start to distribute the gold, she says. Just, I think some folks might have more of a claim to it than others. I'm not sure how to
I think we're gonna return it to the city, but in a public place. Yeah.
Yes.
So Zelipharn will just fly in with it
Very well.
and either wear a sash that says no, because they wanted Bragendarth's association
they just want the
to
lords. They
Yeah.
just want the lords to know they were
Right,
involved.
right.
That's right.
That's why they
So
wanted
should
to return
one
it.
of us talk to Zardos before we?
Yeah.
I start taking 1 million gold pieces out of this bag, fistfuls at a time.
One.
Just throwing them on the
two.
ground.
But we should
No,
bring
we
some
need to
with
get it
us.
out. Yeah,
for
we need to
proof.
get it out so we can keep it in the bag.
But I mean, to
I'll
Ilka's
put-
point is a good one. Us carrying around the horde of dragons makes it really easy to lose.
Especially now that we're back on people's radar.
But I think can't Zelipharn bring it out in the bag? Like we can still just.
So you want me to take everything else that's out of the bag out?
I think
Or just
we
leave-
split the
Well,
party. I think we send
Yeah.
some of us to get Zelipharn, bring him here, and nobody else moves from this spot until they get back.
Well, Romalia could guard it, she
Yeah.
said. Romalia, do you have a bag of holding?
No.
Oh.
5, 6, 7.
I just thought we were leaving the bag of holding behind and coming back.
throwing
That's all our stuff
I
in
think
there.
That's how we come back and this room is empty.
Okay.
9, 10.
Well, there's a big giant dragon who wants us to have it.
Yeah.
And nobody else. But we should take some. I'll put some in my pockets.
I don't know about
turn
that,
into
Mr.
a
E.
dragon, and just in case we need to prove it to anyone.
5.
I don't think Mr. E should put any in his pocket.
I've already put it in my pocket.
7.
Oranax says, I'll try the dragon piss, and if it ends up going the wrong way, I'll find you.
Okay, just wait
kill you.
until we're done with all the money business. Last guy I gave some to hasn't woken up yet.
Was he a dragon?
No. And I gave him way too much. He wanted it. I don't know.
And you want me to trust you with this horde of dragons that I've been protecting for 5? Oh, very well. Oranax says, Lord Neverember, I'm sorry. I trust you. I trust these folks. Renair's like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Renair, what do you think about our plan?
So I think it makes sense. I think it's probably the most just thing to do. You know, the more public you can be about it, the more that folks will know what's going on and have an opportunity to have some say in it, which is the whole point, right?
Yeah, we don't want anyone to sneakily, underhandedly re-embezzle all the funds that we just unembezzled.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's bezzle these funds.
Yeah.
Or whatever the
Unbezzle.
opposite of embezzle
Unbezzle?
is. Unbezzle? Yeah.
Unbezzle.
Not an English major. I studied x-rays.
Okay, who's going to get the dragon?
I think Romalia and the other Harpers and Oranax are staying to guard the gold, and we don't have to split the party. Or do you think split the party? One of us gets Zelipharn, one of us gets Jarlaxle,
And Mara. We want the Wazoo.
and
there.
Mara. Oh my God, Matthias, how do you feel about the way this is going?
You guys do you. This sounds great. What about Mr. E? What's he doing?
Jarlaxle, Mara.
I'm willing to help.
Zelipharn.
However,
You
I
do have the
can.
connection with Jarlaxle, so
That's true. I could go tell him. I haven't seen him in a while, but
yeah.
Does any of this get you closer to finding out what happened to your sensei?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I think we need to really reconnect on that.
On that. Okay. I didn't know if it was somehow tangential.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
So Scoot has some gold in the bag.
I have some gold.
Mr. E has some gold in his pockets.
Zay probably has
Say
some
like
gold, but
a
she
1 or
doesn't know it.
200.
We didn't
Zay has a few.
load 1,000,000 gold into
Yeah.
into the
No,
bag
it
of
hasn't
holding.
been enough time. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was 12 hours later.
No.
All right.
No.
All right,
Never mind.
Scoot, you can swim.
I-
Probably ideal to go get the dragon.
Okay.
I'll go get Mara.
So Scoot, you're taking the staff.
Yeah, I should take that.
The staff?
Don't I need the staff to get
I thought he had to touch
Zelefarn.
Zelefarn.
Ornex says, I'm not giving you this staff.
Oh.
Zelefarn can come here.
But how can he if
can't
he
get
doesn't
in.
get touched by the staff?
Right. Frustrating.
Can you come as
I would
as
have to come
Ornex?
with you.
Yeah, you can come as the dwarf.
I can't do that until the gold is here, though. What a conundrum.
Oh.
So, do we load the gold into the bag?
Scoot starts reloading the gold into the bag of
Because if the
holding.
gold's in the bag of holding, he can come with.
This is like the logic puzzle from last time.
And I'm not good at those, so tell me where to shovel the gold, and I'll shovel it.
Are we far in? No. I was thinking if we were far enough under the city that the ward wouldn't apply.
Does the dragon need to come here right now?
No.
If we collect and then come back, collect the people we need.
Yeah, I think we were just thinking of using his strength to get all of the gold out. But if we can find another way we can bring it up to the city, which clears it.
I mean, I guess we could put it all. We could spend 12 hours and load it into the bag of holding. Give the bag of holding to Oranax, and then Oranax comes with us to touch the staff onto Zelefarn.
Yeah. How does Ornax feel about that?
Ornex nods and says, that seems equitable.
Turn back into the dragon, and you can use your tail to like shovel it in.
Yeah, this will go real fast.
And
That's
put
not
some
that
in
big
your
of a
mouth
bag.
and
Ornex
spit it
does.
in.
Yeah. Takes his big dragon arms and starts shoveling it into
Use
the
your
open.
wings.
Like picking up leaves in the fall and just getting all of them in there.
It's still probably like 8-inch wide opening.
Yeah.
It opens up to about 1.5 feet or
There's
so.
9
So
of us
sometime-
here.
Yeah.
Many hands make light the work.
That's right.
I start digging.
So you all Scrooge McDuck your way into the gold. Until later that evening, a few hours later, finally, you shoveled a good amount of it into the bag of holding. Not all of it, but Ornex says, you know what? At this point, I think more of it's in the bag than is back here. If we want to get going, I think this seems fair.
Okay.
I wish I would have had more than that crustless sandwich before we left Romalia's.
How are we going to get it all, or are we just going to indicate the rest of it, where the rest of it is?
No, we have it all, right?
Well, I was saying you had most of it in the bag
Oh.
at this point. You can get all of it. It'll just take you until like midnight. You'll be
Oh, I see.
exhausted by the time you finish.
Yeah, I think we call it. We go and find Zelefarn.
All right. Bricks and Bracks, will you stay here and guard the remainder?
Yes, of course.
What percentage would you estimate, like based on volume, is left?
About 35%. 2/3. 1/3.
I'm afraid if we leave some of it here and then we bring it out and we're like, we returned the money, they're like, it's not. Where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
And then we'll say,
Right,
oh,
but
it's
then
in a
we
vault.
say-
They're like, yeah, right.
We left it with Romalia Haven Tree.
Or we could just load all of it up too and just make a long night of it. Ornex says, why don't we just consolidate it then?
I think it simplifies the story, even though then, well, and maybe it makes it easier to travel through the city at midnight.
Right. Good point.
Simplifies both the story of this podcast and the story we have to tell later, which is what I actually meant, but didn't sound like it.
Okay, we load up all the gold.
Okay. It's now reaching nigh on midnight, about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night.
Zay's trying to eat some of the gems since he seems to think they're so good.
Yeah, now you're breaking your teeth on him. You do have some rations that you just keep on you, but
No, I know, but if I
Right.
want to try all the things.
right.
I don't anymore. They got disintegrated.
Your ration.
Yeah.
I brought extra.
Oh, thanks, Say.
Have some.
I've been experimentally tapping on some of them and listening for tone, and I've arranged a few gems to make like a mini xylophone, kind of tapping out songs on them.
How come you're not helping with the gold?
It's only 1.5 feet full.
Bardic inspiration.
I'm making
Yeah.
music,
It is
so
helping.
everyone's
It
inspired
is
and it goes faster.
Yeah, it was a long night. But sweaty, grimy, you all managed to load up the gold into the bag of holding. It weighs the same as before.
Good.
Thanks, DM.
Awesome.
You're welcome. It is like overflowing though. Like this bag is maxed out. You open
Here,
it
I'll
up
take
and it's
some
just
more and
gold.
put it in
Don't
my
let it get
pockets.
bumped.
Yeah,
I'll carry some.
you can carry a little. That's fine.
SWOJ members have pockets too, right?
Yeah.
So you're all clinking and jangling as you make your way back, jump across the chasm, down the stairs, up the stairs. Once you get to the theater, There's a bit of noise coming from upstairs. Like there's definitely some staff still here, like tidying up and resetting the stage for the next day. Yeah. Once you get out, are you going through the orchestra pit again or through the stage? What's your way out?
Whatever sounds like it's got the fewest people and witnesses.
Probably through the orchestra pit. Then they've already all cleared out. You're crawling out of the pit, and all of a sudden you hear a voice of one of the ushers from the front desk say, "There they are." And above you all, like sitting over the house, appears from nowhere a beholder, which you recognize. And it's like turning towards you with all of its eye stalks, kind of eyeing the lot of you. As like along the back doors of the house, they slam open and bugbears start storming into the room. With shrieks coming from the few techies that are still in the house resetting. They're all clearing out.
It's always the ASMs who get the shit jobs.
The chandelier.
Yeah. So, roll for initiative, everybody.
20.
Oh my god, that's
Also 20.
Oh.
You got 22?
Modified 20.
Okay.
21.
Wow.
25.
23. I got 23 with a nat 20.
Crit 21. What the?
Oh my god. Mine was modified 25.
Zay, was yours a crit too?
No, mine was a 19.
Okay. Bad guy's got a 13.
And this is not the same die I was using during the live show that was so rigged. This is a different one from the same company of the same type.
So let's see. We got Lark. And then Scoot and Zay.
I had a crit
E had a crit, too.
23.
So Lark, E, Scoot, Zay. Ilka with just a 20.
21.
Friends go last. So Lark, you can move first. As you see the Xanathar appear above you all of a sudden, looking a little bit glazed over still in the eyes, but definitely focused on you all, looming ahead as if to like disarm you.
Okay, and we crawled up out of the orchestra pit.
Yes, you're like standing on the lip of the orchestra pit.
Lip of the orchestra pit. And then the orchestra pit is under the stage, or how does the?
It juts out a bit from the stage. It's kind of like a semicircular thing that
Okay.
comes out a bit.
Ornax, now would be a really good time to turn back into a dragon. And I dive for cover.
Yeah. Okay. So you hide
I
like behind a
hide.
chair or like under the lip of the pit.
Under the lip of the pit.
Okay.
And yeah, whatever looks like the most safe, secure hiding spot. Like if
to
there's
the
a
sides.
Yeah, something on the sides where I can't be seen from above either.
Yep.
Lark's pretty terrified in this moment.
Okay. Ilka. Oh, sorry, Mr. E. I was looking at my sheet, not the actual order.
So what's hovering above us?
A beholder, which is a massive floating eyeball with a big toothy maw and 10 tentacles.
And shoots the
Shooting
laser
outwards.
things out of it.
Shoots lasers out of each of them. Yeah.
Lark.
Yeah.
It took Lark out last time.
Yeah. Okay. And then there's a bunch of other guys in here?
Yeah, there are several smaller henchmen streaming in from up above from the entrance of the theater.
Who's all next to me?
Your crew. So,
Is everybody close to me?
yeah. Everyone plus Oranax plus Romalia and Bricks and Brax.
I'm going to cast darkness on all of us.
Ooh.
I don't remember how wide it is.
It's like a 20-foot radius or something. I think it
Yeah.
covers all of you easily.
Yeah.
So, boom, all of a sudden, none of you can see Jack because you're all plunged into magical darkness.
But
This
nobody can
is so
see us.
unfamiliar for me.
Yeah, except for Lark, maybe you're right on the edge of it. So all you see is like a big sphere of darkness where the orchestra pit used to be.
But
Just a wall of inky darkness.
And then nobody can see us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then you stay put? Say anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they can't see us right now. You may give us a second.
Yeah. Okay. Scoot, it's you then.
How many bugbears are coming through?
You've seen at least 6
That's a
before
lot.
you got plunged into darkness.
That's a lot. I think cover right now is the best thing to do. They're up on the balcony too, right?
There was nobody in the balcony that you saw.
Oh, they're not in the balcony. They're just back of the theater.
Yep.
Okay. I don't think I'd want to fight another beholder. I think I'd probably head a different direction. If I don't think down the orchestra pit I could find a way out, I would probably, if I've seen some kind of backstage, like behind on the stage somewhere, I'd probably try to think about heading back there. Is there a place for me to run back there?
There's a couple set pieces and like some furniture and different things. Yeah, you can hide behind all kinds of stuff, curtains.
Oh, but like curtains and set pieces and
Right.
cardboard things.
Right, not like solid cover except for the wings of the stage.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of curious about, the wings of the stage.
Yeah, they seem thick at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would, how far away?
About one move, like 30 feet. If you climb up and then run over.
Well, that means I got 10 more feet
You
to
got
work
extra
with,
feet.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would immediately start heading up that way. And,
Okay, so
I'm heading around so I can get around a corner and then peek out, so I can kind of keep an eye on things as well.
Okay, it takes you some time at first because you're crawling through darkness. Like dark
Yeah.
vision doesn't even pinch through it, but you
No.
can still feel your way out.
Yeah.
Until you make your way through
But
the darkness.
it's only
pop out.
a 15-foot thing, so
Yeah,
so.
and then you make your way out around the corner so you can peek out still.
Okay, and so I kind of got an eye on. And what do I see backstage now in the wings?
You see a couple of cowering techies,
Okay,
a bunch of costumes,
okay.
the ropes and pulleys that make up the set system.
I yell at the techies, is there any way out from back here?
They shake their heads. Otherwise, they'd be running.
All right. So I yell to everybody else. I go, nope, not this way. And that'd probably be the end of my turn.
Okay. Zay.
So grateful that you explained why we're in darkness. Zay is going to conjure 8 birds, hopefully, of a challenge rating of, is it a quarter? Is that how you describe that?
1/4, yeah.
1/4. With the goal of having them peck at the rope of the chandelier to try to get it to fall from the ceiling.
Okay.
Ideally with the beholder underneath it.
Nice. And so they, like from the darkness, Scoot and Lark, you can see these birds just take off and start flying towards the ceiling where this chandelier is attached to some kind of pulley system. It is part of the play, so it does move a little bit on its own. But it's attached by a very heavy-duty rope.
Okay.
Do you stay put in the darkness?
Yeah.
Okay.
I run to where I thought I saw Lark.
Okay.
So just like also for cover.
Yeah, and so Zay pops out next to you, Lark, on the edge of the darkness. Takes us to Ilka.
I'm going to cast, I think it's just minor illusion of Lark running and screaming and waving his hat just straight up the VOMs out of the back of the auditorium. And try to...
Like past all the bugbears, just going?
I guess I'm not picturing this. Where did they come in? Where did the bugbears come in?
From the entrance of the theater. Like there's 3 rows coming down the theater, and so they're coming down each row towards you all.
And where's the beholder?
Above the center of all of it, about like 20 feet up.
Under the chandelier, fingers
Under the
crossed.
chandelier, yeah.
We only have the one entrance and exit.
There are 3 ways in and out, like 3 doors from the house here. There's like one big double door where they fit all their set pieces and stuff, where the Xanathar might have fit through, and then 2 smaller doors to the sides for the side rows of the theater.
Okay, I'm going to send the image running towards one of the side doors then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Or justice.
a Lark goes running screaming like, screw justice, I'm out of here.
And
Okay.
then I'm going to bonus some inspiration over at Scoot. And I'm reminded of the last time when he held the aboleth, so it's hold on loosely, but don't let go.
Yeah, I got a token again.
At this point, the bads go, so
What did Oranax roll?
pretty low.
Oh, man.
I know. Friends is at the far
I
end.
want him to go first.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of will.
Are my birds with,
First, yeah.
with that as well?
Of the next round.
My birds get their own initiative. Yeah. Okay.
So, the Xanathar is going to start firing into the darkness just blindly. 3 beams.
Oh, no.
So E is still in there, along with Oranax and
Romalia?
Romalia and Brix and Brax.
Poor Rix and Brax. They're wearing red shirts, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were. How'd you know? It's under the gray. Okay, so 2 of the shots go wide. However, you do hear a scream coming from Bricks. This green beam sinks into him.
He now has the ability to fly.
Oh,
Amazing.
that's a good beam
I
effect.
know.
He takes 30 points of damage.
Ouch.
And his whole ancestry is poisoned.
No, he just is incredibly wounded, but not down yet. He takes a disintegration beam from the Xanathar on the chin.
Oh, man.
Yep.
You can take one of those and live?
Apparently.
Huh.
Things just got real tense here.
Yeah, but no, he's near death. He's like raggedly breathing and just holding himself. The bugbears, 2 of them go after Illusion Lark, the ones that are on the sides. The other 4 charge in towards the darkness with swords drawn. And they swords and morning stars, like one in each hand. And they just start swinging in there. So E and I suppose Bricks and Brax are all going to get attacked with disadvantage because these guys are running in blind. So first one gets an 8, which misses. Next one gets a 10, which misses. And the next one gets a 21, which will hit. Rolled super high. So that's going to hit E, I suppose. What's your armor class?
14.
Yeah. Swinging in with his Morning Star. For a solid 15 damage. Crushes into you as he's swinging wildly. And they're all yelling war cries for the Xanathar, for the guild. Revenge! Get them! Mostly in Goblin, but also in Common. Takes us to Oranax. Oranax morphs into a dragon and pokes out of the darkness. Suddenly, dragon head visible to everyone outside of the sphere.
That's got to be demoralizing.
Might be. He opens up with a breath attack on the Xanathar right in the middle of the room.
Oh, my God.
And 9 out of 10 bugbears.
It's a 60-foot cone, but the bugbears are all close range at this point. I guess the 2 on the side, maybe.
Seats are going to be way harder to get in this theater.
Xanathar fails his dex save.
Nice.
Clark is so excited about this, he's forgetting to be terrified.
Xanathar takes 56 fire damage.
Good.
Yeah, it just gets blasted backwards into like the balcony and then kind of like regains its composure. Pretty close to the chandelier.
So lucky we brought a dragon to
Yeah.
the
To
beholder.
the Xanathar? Yeah, to the beholder fight.
Yep. And Oranax stays put. Just immediately assumes that these people are enemies. Romalia casts a wall of force. A shimmering, like, barricade of energy appears in front of all of you immediately after the dragon fire dissipates. Kind of like towards the back of the theater. And she just is channeling this wall so that no one else can get in at this point. To keep the Xanathar out. While she turns to you all and says, like, how do we, like, you know, what's our plan? Where are we going?
Well, this theater apparently wasn't built with fire safety code in mind. We can only get out the front door.
You're right. These bastards kept it hidden this whole time and never got in trouble. Ridiculous.
All those code legals didn't include this one.
No, fire code's not part of the code legal. It's true.
But it's a theater, so no windows, right?
There are a couple like high up on the sides.
Okay.
Does the wall that Romalia just created, is it holding back the Xanath, like the beholder also?
Yeah, just the beholder. And
okay.
The attendant out in the lobby that pointed at you all originally.
Okay. How long can you hold them off?
She says about 10 minutes.
We have all kinds of time. So then I guess if you can hold them off, we'll take care of the rest of these guys.
She says, I hope so. And then Bricks and Brax, for their parts, fight back in the darkness.
For their part.
I mean, they're not dragons or wizards or anything, but they both miss. So they can't see what they're fighting.
I'll call out to the birds to shift their attack to the bugbears.
Oh,
If I can.
Well, this round they were pecking at the ropes.
Oh, they were. Okay, good.
Yeah. So why don't you roll a d8 to see if they cut through the ropes or not.
3?
3, not quite. Might take like one more round at that speed. But you can't see that. So do you want to call them off or?
Whereabouts
Actually, you
are
could
the
because you're on the
bugbears?
edge. So you ran out. So
Whereabouts are the bugbears?
they're in the darkness. You can't see them. There's 2 that are outside, chasing after the other larks. They're actually outside of the wall of force too.
Okay, but none in the center aisle.
Nope. They've charged into the darkness. So there's 4 in the sphere of murky blackness.
I think I'm not picturing how the darkness.
It's like a sphere
is.
of pure darkness, and
Yeah.
inside of it are Bricks and Brax and Mr. E and these 4 bugbears, as well as Oranax, whose head is poking out of the top.
But isn't it over the pit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I want to call them off because there's nothing for the chandelier to land on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I called them off.
Gotcha. Lark, then it's your turn.
So I can't see any of the enemies. They're all inside the blackness.
4 bugbears, as well as Bricks and Brax and Oranax are in the darkness. Yeah.
I
that you
can't
saw.
like blindly stab into it.
Can you smell them? Are bugbears stinky?
They are pretty stinky.
I would be rolling with disadvantage, and there's a chance I would hit somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold my action.
Okay. E, what would you like to do?
Can I move the darkness? No,
You
that I-
cannot. You can cancel it.
Is that an action?
I think it's a free action once you've cast the spell.
Yeah. I think at this point I would cancel it.
Okay.
And there's 2 bugbears right next to me.
Yeah, they're all there's 4 of them kind of clumped all around you. You and Bricks and
4.
Brax. There's also a giant gold dragon kind of standing like almost on top of you,
Right.
with its back poking into the orchestra pit and kind of messing up the stage a bit.
I'm gonna attack. But they're pretty close to each other, the bugbears?
Yeah, you're all pretty close to each other.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack 2 of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna start punching.
Mm-hmm.
Start punching.
So 9. What am I adding? Sorry.
Proficiency and dex.
My
So it should be like
Proficiency.
plus 5 or plus 6.
So that's 15.
15 is not quite going to cut it. They have
Okay.
shields.
And the
strapped to their
second
arms.
one is higher. 22.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So I punch one of them
Okay.
right in his ugly head.
Oof.
Yeah.
Roll the damage. It's a d6 plus your dexterity.
7.
Yeah. Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to try to attack that first one. With another 22
That'll do it.
for only... With only 4.
4 plus 3 or 4 total?
He rolled a 1
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
for damage. He's got
Sorry, I forgot what I add to that.
Your dex modifier.
Dex.
So
So 4.
So you step in and just start whirling around and clocking them left and right.
Mhm.
And they seem super disoriented. Like first they were in darkness, now they're back in the light. There's a dragon on top of them, and they're getting punched in the face. So they're almost out of commission already for what it's worth. Like they're sealed off from their employer. Yeah, it's not a good situation for them. So Scoot, it's your turn.
Did you want to jump in now that you
yeah. If can I take my action
Yes. Yeah.
now? Now that the darkness is gone, I would like to attack the nearest one. Sneak attack the nearest bugbear.
You got it.
16.
That'll do it. A close one, but you weave in amid the chaos.
For 7 plus 8. And then I'm going to...
You have to roll your sneak attack too
Yep. Oh, thank you. I got to roll my sneak attack too.
for 91.
3d6. So, whoa. Okay, 21 damage actually on that. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah. And you take out the first one that E clocked.
And then
Straight
Just
up.
a puddle.
I'm going to offhand attack with a crit.
Amazing.
Um,
I'm doing good work from up here in the wings.
all right.
It's like,
and
thumbs
let's
up,
see,
buddy.
what is it? For 10.
Okay.
Oh, but it's but doubled because it's a crit, yeah? Or let's see. So I double my damage. So 4, 8 plus my dex modifier, 12 plus 2, 14 actually.
That's your attack roll?
No, that's
Your
my
damage. Sorry,
damage
damage,
on my
okay.
offhand attack.
Okay. The second bugbear is looking really, really worse for wear. Almost down. Takes us to Scoot then.
Okay. How many are... So there's one left in the darkness or...
The darkness is gone. There are 3
Or
bugbears down there
where they were.
around Ornax's feet.
Okay. And one of them's pretty badly wounded.
Right.
And then the other 2 are just combat ready, essentially.
Yeah, terrified. There's a golden dragon on top of them,
Okay.
on top of all these people. But yeah,
Okay. From where I was, I want to run and jump off the stage and come down with my axe on one of these bugbears.
all right.
All right. Can I
Yeah.
do that in a move? Just like one thing?
Yes,
Okay,
with
cool.
your boots and your move speed. No problem,
All
man.
right. Cool shit about to happen. Get your cameras ready. Okay, that's a 3.
So with the stage lighting,
I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm gonna go once more since I think a 3 is not gonna get the job done. That's a 2.
Bardic.
That bardic inspiration's only at 8. So attack 1 probably misses.
Yeah, you land on your feet though.
Yay! Oh, did you want an acrobatics roll?
No.
Not anymore.
Unless
Not
you want to do some kind of really fancy trick. If you're just jumping and attacking, that's
if I can make it to them and land and not break an ankle right now, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yep.
Okay, so I used the lucky for attack 1. Now I still get a second attack because I'm level 5 now. 16 plus a bunch.
That'll do it.
Okay. And I never did rage, so I'll deal with that later. Which one's an 8? That's it. For 7 slashing damage.
Oh, a gentle slash.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be like, oh, you wait till next turn.
Yep.
You wait till next turn.
These bugbears are already immediately regretting all of their life choices.
Okay.
Yeah. Zay, it's your turn then.
Zay transforms into a panther and moves toward the bugbear that Lark had recently been fighting. What is the length of the pit?
Like the width?
The width, sure.
Maybe like 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I move 20 feet toward? Can I move toward a bugbear that's at least 20 feet from me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do that, and I with the attempt to pounce. So I am going to attack it with my claw. I rolled a 1.
So like you run into Scoot, I assume, as you're both leaping into the fray simultaneously. It gets kind of chaotic and
Yeah,
I mean, there's, like you're okay. It's just
bit of a tumble.
really visible to everyone what's
I was
going
going
on.
really fast too.
Yeah.
Do you need like an acrobatic save from me to see if I get knocked down from that? If a panther just suddenly crushed into my legs?
I think it's okay.
Okay.
I tumbled out of the way, but
Yeah.
All right.
She's just a panther, so she's got pretty good reflexes anyways.
Yeah, I don't though. That's why I was
True.
asking.
No, it's fine.
But you're invigorated by her keen smell.
yes.
Yeah. I can track through her much better now.
Yes, both my smell is keen and my smell is keen.
Excellent. With that keen smell, I've identified 3 bugbears in my immediate vicinity.
Ilka, te toca a ti.
All right, what's left for bears?
3 bugbears. One of them is seriously wounded. The Xanathar is behind a wall of force, along with 2 other bugbears. There's some birds flapping around in the sky.
Are the bugbears all together?
They're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I'm going to shatter them.
Okay. You probably hit Oranax too.
Ooh.
But
That's no
Ornex is a
bueno.
giant gold dragon, so
Eh.
I'm pretty close.
yeah, he's kind of in the middle of all of them. Also,
That's fine.
I'm not
but
super far away either.
All right, none of that. I'm gonna dissonant whispers on one of them.
all right. On the injured one or one of the healthy ones?
One of the healthy ones. He
Okay.
needs a spell save.
Yep.
It's not healthy. I did some work on him.
He rolled really low. He rolled
No
an 8.
bueno. He takes lots of psychic damage. He takes 11 psychic damage and needs to run the fuck away.
All right. He jumps out. E can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like to, as he's running away.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do that.
Do it.
I rolled a 4. So
Okay. You're swinging your chain around at this
so
point, or are you
fast.
just using your fists? The chain.
yeah,
still an element?
one of my fists caught on fire, and I was trying to hit him with a flaming fist.
Oh damn.
Holy cow!
Seems normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I kind of called attention to it, like I was gonna be impressive. But
Mr.
I
E, your hand's on fire.
You're like fire fist. Yeah.
and
the
then I
guy's already out
missed.
of there.
Whip.
There's still 2 more guys though.
And then I blow it out. Hopefully nobody saw.
Did he sing some fur?
And the bugbear takes off up the hall and tinks against the wall of forest and falls on his butt. So the Xanathar at this fires into the wall of force with its eye beams one more time.
Kind of forgot he was there.
Yeah. And starts to melt through it. Like it takes the whole round, but this sort of magical energy coming from its eye beams as one after another that kind of pierce into it starts to glow and coalesce and get harder and harder and harder until the wall actually like ripples outwards and shatters as the Xanathar pushes through it with its eye beams. And it starts to hover back into the room again slowly.
Oh no!
It seems very emotionless through all of this. The Xanathar is not its gloating self that it once was.
Is it ensorcelled?
It's scorcelled.
Try slapping it in the face.
If only you could get up there.
Try hitting it with the chandelier.
The bugbears are all
Yeah.
going to attack Mr. E.
I need a chandelier.
1, 2, 3.
I can't tell. Once we unensorcel this thing, is it going to be more pissed or
Right,
less
for
pissed or
better
the
or
same
for
amount
Yeah,
of pissed?
right.
There's only 2 of them, though, but I think they both hit you, E. With
14.
a 21 and a 19.
Yeah.
Hits most of us, sir.
So that's 13 and 14 damage. 27 damage.
Oof.
Kaboom, kaboom. They crush into you with their morning stars.
Yeah.
And then they both take off down the hall following their buddy because they realize they are heavily outnumbered. Those are just their parting shots.
Are you still conscious, E?
Barely.
Okay.
Do you want to... Well, you already used your reaction, I guess, on the first one.
Yeah.
Ornex is going to take a swipe at 1, I suppose. Zay, you can make an attack of opportunity on 1, too, as they're running by you. Scoot, you're kind of jumbled because a panther just ran into you. You want to make an acrobatics roll?
We've decided how we're doing this.
Okay.
I'll sit here and pout, thank you.
Ornex roll a nat 1.
12.
Dragons are immune from nat ones.
No. A 12's not going to hit, and a nat 1 is definitely not going to hit. No. Ornex throws his back out.
Oh, come on.
You hear like a crack, and an not as young as I once was.
Son of a sorry.
Throws his back out. What's he got? Like 75 vertebrae?
Yeah, he's got a lot. But
A lot of
he's like reaching
opportunities.
for the bugbear as it's running away, and he just extends his
Slipped
arm a
the
bit too
disc in
hard.
there.
He didn't stretch ahead of time, and so.
Slipped a disc between T52 and 53.
Well, it's tricky when you polymorph back and forth between shapes. It really does a number on your spine. Zay's like, yeah. So
There's a reason why all old druids are trees now.
Right.
I call out to my birds to go back to the chandelier.
back to the chandelier, and yeah, they all come around. Through one of the windows, the window blasts open, and Bika Bratzi comes flying in as well. Kia, this giant raven, to lead the other sparrows in the room, and they all start going ham on this chandelier in the middle as you're calling out to them.
Nice.
Yay.
And a couple other pigeons too are just kind of fluttering around, kind of taking up position around the room as the reinforcements start to arrive.
Do any of the pigeons kind of look like hell?
No, Sally herself is not here, as far as you can tell.
That's one of her wingmen.
Yeah, Bika works for Sally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wingman. Nice.
Yeah. From the balcony, all of a sudden, you hear a voice say, drop the bag of holding now. And behind you, a second, actually, how would this go? 1 sec. I need to look at a spell list.
Oh, no. It's you got like there's message, that repairing spell.
Yeah.
You got those two.
Mold earth.
Mold earth. You've got a first level cleanse wounds.
Yep.
Still that you can use.
That's pretty much it. You
Yeah.
don't need to look anything else up.
Yeah. You can turn your phone off.
Just looking up this one spell.
Maybe you still have an instance of magic missile left to use.
Yeah, but it's just
You can cast it at the darkness if we retcon a little bit.
Darkness is gone now.
I know. That's why I said retcon a little bit.
Looking at Bigby's magic hand. Scoot.
Hey.
This hand's going to make an attack on you. A huge hand appears, twice your size.
Oh, man,
in
I'm
midair.
playing Smash Bros again.
Yeah.
no.
Master hand at me.
It rolls a 20, so I assume that hits.
No.
Yeah.
You can make an acrobatics or athletics check to get away from the grapple.
Oh, that would definitely be athletics.
Yep.
24.
Oh, yeah. So you
Nice.
brace yourself and hold on as this hand attempts to crush you, but you overpower it, and it's forced to let go. Above on the balcony, you can see what looks like Nancy himself, or a simulacrum of him, wearing a mask, and sort of holding out a hand to crush Scoot, and then kind of waving his hand like he just got hurt. Flanking him are a couple of black leather-clad Zentrum lieutenants. You recognize Mookie Plush as one of them. Just kind of overlooking with crossbows out from the balcony.
I mean, we should have known they'd all be here, right?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure that's fair that it's a boss fight with all the bosses. That seems
We need Jarlaxle to show up next.
yeah.
Right.
Round 3.
Well, yeah.
We still need our friends to do some stuff again, too.
Yep, it's friend time. So Brix and Brax are going to go after the bugbears. Start low. Brix crits. Brax does not. Brix finishes off one of the bugbears, the weakened one. Stabs him through the belly. Ramalia, wheeling backwards from her wall of force being shattered, launches a fireball at the Xanathar. Just straight up pulls it up in her hand, conjures a glowing orb of fire in the air, and lobs it at him.
In almost 3 years, this is the first fireball that has not been directed at us.
That's a good point.
So I'm expecting high rolls here. so-
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to one-shot the beholder.
Yeah.
The beholder succeeds his dex save. Still takes half damage.
How I can't even picture a beholder on a dex save.
They rolled a nat 20. 8.
He's like, boom.
We need to take away that die from
I
me.
do. 17. 26 damage. Not bad. Yeah, the beholder just stops levitating for a second, just drops down, kind of crushes some
Oh, that's
seats
pretty awesome.
as the fireball kind of crashes behind him, and does send Nancy and the two Zentrum flying away as the fireball explodes off the balcony.
I suppose I don't know what a beholder is made of. It might not be bone.
Right?
Could just be a big bladder.
Yeah.
That's what I was picturing always.
Yeah, it's
big
always
sack.
seemed really squishy to me.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways,
My eyes have been opened.
Oranax just tries to crush the two remaining bugbears. Goes for a hit. 1 hit. And a hit.
Although, can you imagine coming across a beholder skull? That'd be awesome.
It's all skull.
Right, it's just a big round orb.
Right.
Would it register as a skull or like, oh, a cave?
Yeah.
Some kids are probably out there using it as a clubhouse.
Oh,
I pictured the fair thing where the guys on the motorbikes do circles through it. Yeah.
So, yeah. Oranax obliterates the one bugbear that was remaining in the orchestra pit, and then lunges across the house, crushing seats as he goes, before chomping like a Tyrannosaurus Rex the other bugbear that was on his butt on the floor, and just eviscerates him. It's messy.
Gross.
Yeah.
Sorry, who's
so
ever got to
he's
mop
right
that
up
up?
next to the Xanathar at this point, in the middle of the theater, kind of Godzilla style. Yeah. At this point, Renair Neverember shakes off the dust. He was real crippled after making his way all the way down and then loading gold for about 6 hours. Wasn't really expecting any of that, but he, for his part, I guess charges up next to Oranax after getting his feet and tries to stab the Xanathar in the eye, since it's kind of fell down and is on ground level now.
Renair. Oh, God.
Be careful.
Yeah. And he misses. He rolls a 13. So Xanathar just chomps down on his sword blade and holds it in place. He's kind of stuck there. Wide-eyed and terrified. But steely, nonetheless. Yeah. Takes us back to Lark.
The only people... It's the Xanathar is what's left down here, and then Nancy and his henchmen up in the balcony.
Yeah, correct.
Good
Did the
God.
henchmen get blown away with a fireball, or was that
They just got knocked
They
back.
got knocked back to the sides,
Okay.
away from the edge of the balcony.
off the balcony, taking massive amounts of falling
Nope.
damage?
Not that you can see.
I was thinking that might have happened.
I'm going to we really don't have good options here, right? I am going to is the beholder, is the Xanathar under the chandelier still?
Pretty close, yeah, like at least halfway.
I'm going to run up on the opposite side of Oranax, and like I can't reach the Xanathar through Oranax, so I'm just going to position myself there, out of the sight of the Xanathar.
Okay.
But close enough to possibly help in a future turn. I was going to try to distract him, but then I don't want to draw him away from where he is.
Okay, so you're near the Xanathar, but positioned kind of around Oranax.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, on the opposite side of Oranax from the Xanathar.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's where you'll wait
Yep.
for an opportunity, and it goes to Mr.
I'm
E.
hiding. I'm actively hiding behind Oranax.
How far is the beholder from me?
Maybe like 40 feet
Perfect.
around a dragon. Yeah.
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a key now to get an extra attack.
So roll 4 attacks.
Oh my god.
Is it 4?
So you have 2 as a
I got
baseline.
2.
Flurry of Blows is a third one, and then with a key, it's a fourth one.
Okay. And then I still have a bonus action, right?
The other 2 attacks, like the last 2 out of the 4, would be your bonus action. That's your Flurry of Blows, which is like a bonus 2 hits you can do.
So I have 2 automatically, but if I spend 1 key, I would get a third.
You have
And
2
then
automatically.
Still have my bonus.
You have 2 automatically, and as a bonus action, you get a third. And if you
Oh,
spend a
okay.
key, you get a fourth. Yeah, so actually, you probably would have had 1 more attack the last couple times.
So what I'm saying is I can hold on to my bonus action and just have the 3 attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
That's
you can
what-
hold on to your key and have the 3 attacks, I think. I'm not sure either way which one it is. We can say if you want to hold your bonus action, that's cool. You can
Yeah.
spend your key.
Okay. So I'm gonna attack 3 times. Again, my fists are on fire. So the first 2 attacks are gonna be punches.
Okay.
That one's gonna miss.
I forgot to tell you that die I lent you really sucks.
Roll with advantage because it's engaged with Renair.
Okay. Should I
Biting
use
onto
the
a
other
sword.
die?
Yeah, that was just to teach you what a D20 looks like.
12 plus proficiency. What? Sorry.
So
Press
3 and 3s probably.
So 18. That'll hit.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to just punch it right in its iris. Does it have an iris? Right
There's
in the
several.
middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of its eye. And I'm going to get the momentum with my lock swinging around my neck for the next attack.
Okay.
Which should be 16. Right? 13.
13 plus 6 will be a 19, right?
19.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Slam
as
it
well.
right again. And then my third attack is going to be a dragon breath. I'm going to breathe dragon breath into his face.
So that's part of your monk style. Is that
I get
you
3
weave
of
in
those.
dragon breath into your attacks. Yeah.
I'm in tune with the dragon, y'all.
Yep. Arnex is super impressed.
Which he has to do a save
Okay.
on.
A dex save.
Yeah.
He crits. This is a different die. Not even the same die. A 20.
So he's going to take half damage on a 2d6.
Okay.
It's like
He'll
2.
And
He was
then-
already kind of cauterized from the last time he got breathed on, so it's just not as effective.
And you got to roll your damage from your first 2 hits.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And it's just 6. Oh, yeah.
6. So 2 plus 6, 8. Plus another 6. So
Plus 3 on each of those for your dexterity, so it'd be 14 plus 6, so 20 total,
okay.
I believe.
My bonus action for another key, I'm going to dash disengage. So I'm almost dead. And so there's no more bugbears in the lobby, is there?
Well, there are the 2 that went chasing after the Lark illusion earlier. Yeah, so they are in the lobby specifically.
Okay. I don't want to go that way. I want to move somewhere where I am totally covered from the Xanathar and from the Nancy guy.
Yeah, I don't know. You could like go under the balcony, like behind some
That's
chairs.
what I was thinking.
Just
So
try
I'm
and
going
find
to
some
go in the
visual cover.
corner of the theater.
That makes you harder to heal.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, if you go closer to either of the healers.
I'm going to go behind the dragon.
Makes sense. Like by his tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuddle
like what
into
Lark's
his
doing.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I'm going to be.
Okay. So you kind of pass by Lark as you go.
Yeah.
Nice fiery fist. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right. Takes us to Scoot.
Okay. Is the Xanathar engaged with somebody still? Who
With
ran up there?
Renair.
Renair?
Yeah.
Poor Renee.
Yeah. How far away?
Renair's in melee range with him.
How far away am I from the Xanathar?
About 40 feet.
About
also.
40 feet.
Yeah.
Everybody else? All right. I'm getting up there. It's going to be party time. And since I got so much time on my way up there, I'm going to rage.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that might come into play soon.
This is triggering all kinds of memories for you, so.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and we're just going to... God, I wish I had a magic weapon. I don't, I think, though. So I'm just going to attack this Xanathar. Right next to Neverember.
With advantage.
Thanks. That's what I was looking at you for. Because
Yep.
I'm gonna need twice as many attacks anyways.
Mm-hmm.
That was a 19, so 25.
That'll hit.
Okay.
Do you want to roll it again in case you crit? Or was that your second roll?
That was my first roll, so yeah. Come on. That's... Will somebody look at that?
What is it?
It's a 20.
Yes! Oh my god!
Not even on the good die.
No, that's just my second medal set. But yes,
Jeez.
it was a legit 20. So, all right. So it's 1d8 plus 3. Wow, a 1. So 1d8 plus 3. So 4 times 3 because it's a crit.
Okay.
So
So 12.
12. Well, you know what? That's actually the 1 times 3. And then the plus 3 goes only once. I think that's my modifier. So I don't multiply the modifier. I don't
So
think.
7, 6.
So 6.
Six.
6 damage off of a crit. Cool. That's attack 1. Oh, plus 2 for the rage. 8.
8. Dream Scoot versus Reality Scoot.
That is a 1. So I'm going to advantage that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18, so 24.
Hits.
24. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Okay. 6 and 7.
All right.
The Xanathar is looking real beat up at this point. Almost on his last legs.
If he had legs.
If he had
If
legs.
He had legs. He
Almost
has no
on his
legs.
lower tentacles.
Yeah, his most of his smaller eye stalks are drooping and hanging loose at this point. It's just his big bad ones that are still pretty active and whipping around the room.
Okay.
Zay, it's your turn.
Okay, is there a risk that the chandelier will fall on anything other than a bad guy?
Yeah, it'll kind of fall on Arnex a bit too. I mean, they're
Okay.
kind of splitting it at this point.
So as a panther, I leap out of the pit and I attempt to pounce on the Xanathar. Which seems like a terrible idea, but
Sweet.
here we are.
And it's engaged with several people at this point, so.
So at advantage or?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey. So 23.
Hits.
Okay. So he's pretty much already prone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
I mean, as much as a beholder can be prone.
Okay, so if the target is prone, I can make a bite attack against it as a bonus action.
Oh, so he's not like mechanically prone.
Can I knock him prone? That is what the pounce does. Not really.
Not
'cause he's a
exactly. He just
beholder.
kind of rolls
he's
over.
kind of immune to
Yeah.
being prone. Okay, so I will do slashing damage. 5.
5 damage.
And then coming out of wild shape, is that just a free action?
I think we've established that. Yeah.
I think so. So I'd like to move to Mr. E. So I'd like to come out of Panther form, move to Mr. E, and do Balm of the Summer Court.
Is that
which
a
is a
melee
bonus
thing, or is
action.
that like a ranged thing that you can do? Because that'd be a lot of moving. Otherwise, you'd be running all the way to the Xanathar from the pit, and then back to Mystery, who's behind the dragon.
Okay.
And you might take an attack of opportunity.
Unless it's a ranged thing to ball.
Target within 120 feet.
Oh yeah, then no problem.
Okay.
So you stay there. You
I
Nice.
stay there.
Yeah.
And I send some summer energy your way, sir.
Thank you.
So 3 plus 1 temporary hit point. So that just goes away first if you get hit
Feeling
again.
a little better.
Like you got some sun, Mystery, in the middle of all this.
How do the birds work? Do they have their own position in initiative, or do they go?
They're supposed to, but they kind of got lumped in with friends.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So Ilka, it's your turn.
How far am I? I'm down in the pit. How far am I from Nancy and crew?
You would be about 60, 70 feet away.
And how far from the Xanathar?
40 feet.
Cool. I'm going to scare him. I'm going to send some dissonant whispers again. And he needs a wisdom save.
Okay. He gets a 13.
No good.
Nice.
I scare his brain, and I hurt it for 9 psychic damage. And he must move as far as his speed allows away from me.
Is that that's like on his turn or on your turn? Because I've been doing it like on your turn.
I assume it's on my turn. It
Okay.
does not. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to
Okay.
move as far as its speed allows from you.
Wow. Yeah. Then it does. So like everyone in the room gets an attack of opportunity on it, pretty much. Like at least everyone who's nearby. So Scoot, Zay, Renair, Lark. You were holding an action, so I don't know if you want to take part in that or not.
I was not holding my action. I did take my turn, I think. But I don't know if I get an attack of opportunity if I'm on the other side of the dragon. Maybe not.
Right. Yeah.
Well, you moved, but I don't think you did anything.
I thought you moved, but you were waiting for like something to happen that you were going to participate in. I don't think
Oh,
you
I
attacked
did.
him.
I did move. I did not take an action. So
Right.
sure, I'll take an attack of opportunity. I'll leave that up to you.
I think if you were like kind of holding your action for something,
Okay.
that's what I was assuming. But
Yeah. Then yes, let's do that.
yeah,
So
I
can I?
was
You want me
kind
to-
of tucked in the dragon tail, so I don't know what that means.
right. You had already done like all your stuff for the turns. That's why I'm
Yeah.
thinking that E probably was kind of bunkered down.
Yeah,
Bunker.
yeah,
tucked
I'm
in.
hiding.
bunkered and tunkered? Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
roll it then.
Everybody who's doing attacks, roll it.
This is against.
The Xanathar's armor class.
Oh, okay.
It's trying to hover away.
Gotcha.
19.
19 hits.
I got a
Ornax
17,
misses.
but I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
Renair
Just
hits.
an 8, a D8, Beth.
Yep.
So add 4 to that. So I think I'm at 20 now. 21.
That definitely hits.
15.
Does hit, just barely.
Oh, 14.
Shoot. Goes a little wide, and Ornax misses. Renair hits for
Do
a
I get
solid
to use my sneak attack
8
here?
damage. It's once per turn.
Is it turn?
It is once per turn.
Yeah, so I think so, since you
Okay.
did it
All
last
right. I just wasn't sure in the circumstances if. Okay. Yeah. Then yes,
Yeah.
I would be able to. 20 points of damage from Lark.
So what's the total damage that we have here? Renair
I'm sorry, I haven't rolled
got
damage.
8. 20. So 28.
This feels like revenge.
It does.
11 slashing.
39. And then Ilka?
I'm 40 feet away, so all I've got is my dagger. So I figure I'm throwing it at it
Yeah.
for 3 piercing.
So I said 39 plus 3, so 42 damage total. 42, the meaning of life. Yeah, that is enough to kill the Xanathar 100%.
Wow.
So
I put its corpse in the bag.
yeah, but your combined
There's
attacks
no
as it's
room.
like turns around and flees, babbling to itself and incoherent, completely incoherent, like its brain was already tortured. And at this point, it just like falls out of the main doors into the lobby as you all attack it in the rear, and it just
Sorry.
phrasing.
I'm a child.
Beholder butt.
Yeah, beholder, everything poops. Everything poops.
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes down, eyeball first, drags along the floor as you all hit it. The dagger is kind of like the cherry on top, just really tips it over.
You're the only one who gets experience for it.
Can't believe you sniped our kill, Ilka.
I get all the loot.
And as it blasts through the lobby doors outside, like open in the streets of Waterdeep, you see like a platoon of Griffin cavalry and city watchmen and people gathered, and they have the 2 remaining bugbears like chained up and shackled and being dragged away already.
They were reading the rights, and we're in here
Yeah.
with the
Yup.
beholder. Okay.
Yeah. And you see various passersby sort of pointing and gawking and standing on the rooftops and watching. It's like this huge to-do as everyone's kind of rushing in from around the city to see what's going on in this theater. And among the city guards, sort of in the middle, you see Victorio Castellanter with a big ebony staff, just kind of like talking to a city guard captain and pointing at you and shaking his head. And that's everyone at the doorway kind of gets a glimpse of that.
Do they see the part where SWOJ killed a motherfucking Xanathar?
They see a dead Xanathar come flying through with a dagger sinking into its back, and they see a golden dragon inside in the theater.
Oh, no.
Yeah. As well as SWOJ and assorted parties, and Renair Neverember, if anybody recognizes him. So there's a story to be told here for sure. As well as a dude bunkered down under a dragon's butt with firing fists. And a panther, mysteriously. Also,
No, I'm a halfling.
Oh, you're back to a halfling
Yeah.
now. And a bunch of birds swirling around overhead. They don't see Nancy or his comrades, for whatever that's worth.
And in the quiet, in the still, the birds finish their job.
going to say the same thing.
And, and it just takes out Oranax.
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck, with a special appearance by Gumbo Boy himself, Robert Lee. Check out gumboboy.com to find out when and where Robert will be slinging his Cajun food next. That's GUMBOBOI.com. Speaking of local friends, if you're interested in some other fine locally produced podcasts, give a follow to Kelly and Meg at Horror Rewind and Mary, Blake, and the rest of the crew at Take It With You. Scott Hebert is a fiscal year 2021 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Previous support was made possible by the Arrowhead Regional Arts Council, and my sincerest thanks to those two boards for their support. Thank you to Leeland Campana for use of his song Avernum as our theme song. Thank you to the Renegade Theater Company, Teatro Ciccone, and Mary Fox for their support. And once again, thank you all so much for listening to Twin Portals.
I need to believe that as the chandelier fell, pieces of it shattered, went flying, and probably struck a key on the organ in the pit.
It just got stuck at dun,
That'll make
and
me
then kind
feel
of tumbled down.
better.
Dun, 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 dun.